The hook, the catchy. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Ooh, well, I should be saying welcome back to me, right? Hello, Rymar. Welcome back to the game. What's going on, Manny? How's it going?
I am so glad to have you back in the States, Rymar. So for everybody that's new to this, Rymar was supposed to be on vacation this past week in Brazil, and he was just posting some alarming posts around not being able to come back because Brazil is so great and amazing. I'm like, stop playing, bro. Stop playing.
Oh, well, y'all don't know. There's, it's not just Brazil. There's yeah. Anyway, that's for another stream.
Special someone there too.
But it's exciting to be back. I'm super excited about the guests we have today and the show we have lined up for everyone. We're gonna cover. Ooh, I should just go to this, huh? Should we just? Oh, you know what? We're gonna end up bringing Tanner in just a bit earlier than we thought because I didn't. Let me do this 1 second. Duplicate.
Let's hey, what's up, everybody? Casey, how's it going?
Who's in the crowd? Tell me who's watching with us.
We got our regulars, Casey, Become the Need here as well. I'm starting to get so familiar. Of course, Ruth. Hi, Ruth. Good to see you, the champ. You know, whenever Ruth enters in a Buildathon competition, it's like, it's got to be tough for everybody else.
I know. I just saw she posted on my X post, and I was like, uh-oh, the champ has entered the conversation here. The champ has entered the chat. So
the champ is in the house.
All right. Okay. Let's do this. So let's start from the top. We always do this community update. So Francisco is out. Happy birthday. Shout out to Francisco. If you chat with him or see him, I don't know if I was supposed to dox him like that. But anyway, celebrating a little bit. And yeah, we'll just do the updates today. So Discord growth and new moderators. I also want to give a big shout out to KG and Eris, who during the Buildathon were so helpful as moderators. Reach out to them on Discord, thank them. They've been super helpful. And we're gonna be looking for other folks to also elevate into kind of these trusted roles inside of Discord. So anyway, if you weren't around for the Agent 4 Buildathon, we will have office hours tomorrow. That's a lot of fun. So we're gonna review some sites today. We will not get to all of them. We'll review some more sites tomorrow. We'll have fun hanging out and going over kind of final things before Thursday. Thursday kind of voting ends. Friday, we're gonna announce all of the winners. There is a Plaid X Replit stream Thursday. Mandy, do you want to share anything about that?
Yes. So we have a new connector, Plaid. And if you're unfamiliar with Plaid, Plaid enables a lot of the big financial apps that you might use out there to connect into financial data. So you might go somewhere, you might want to like track your expenses or your investments. They're using likely Plaid on the back end to connect into those accounts and bringing that into the application. And now we're making that same connectivity available to all of you on Replit. So now you can go onto Replit, set up the Plaid connector, and start vibe coding your own custom financial apps, which I know a lot of you folks are going to be super excited about. So on Thursday, we're going to have Tom from Plaid on the show live, walking us through the setup. We're going to go through a couple of examples and answer all of your questions. It's going to be a good show.
Yeah. And again, shout out backstage to Tanner, who built this site that you're looking at. We're going to talk to him and all of the things, vibe code, agentic engineering that he's doing here at Replit. But this is one of those cool connectors that I've seen a lot of people talk about, like finance stuff. And most people are never going to trust or touch your vibe coded app from a finance side with like a 10-foot pole. Like they're just not going to trust you. But Plaid is very trusted in this space, and being able to connect and have those secure integrations with the financial data, super big deal. Like this is a really cool thing. You should all tune in Thursday for this. This is going to be exciting. Okay, let's go over back to the slides.
And one thing as we're doing that, there was a nice tweet that I saw on X around just how good of a job people feel like we did for this Buildathon. And my response was like, it's very difficult to do this at scale and at a high quality. We've been talking about that, Rymar, and we can't do it without all of you. Like, first of all of you giving us feedback. Tommy, he's reviewing stuff. He's tagging me on stuff. I really like this one. But also Eris and KG in the Discord helping us out. Like, it's extremely hard for us to do this without a ton of support from all of you. So again, a big shout out for KG and Eris to thank for helping us out, and big shout out to all of you in the community that are just making this possible. We can't do it without you.
Yeah, this community is special. I keep saying that. I keep seeing it. Even just, we're going to talk about this today, like being able to step away and like, know that other people have your back. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what went right during the Buildathon. We're going to talk about what went wrong during the Buildathon, how we fixed it, how we addressed it, etc. So I guess all that being said, let's go ahead and bring in now Tanner. And let's go to this slide first. No, I lied, because we actually want to do your bio here. Let's do the bio first. Let's just recap kind of what did, and then we'll do the. I'm sorry, guys. I had the orders mixed up here, but let's just recap exactly what happened here. So, 176 countries, hundreds of thousands of participants just spent the weekend building in Replit for 24 hours of free Replit as a birthday celebration. 500,000 projects were edited in a 24-hour window, which is absolutely insane. Overall, the platform saw 4x the usual platform load, so tens of thousands of agents running in parallel. The top spender spent over $10,000, just one user over 24 hours in agent credit spend, which is like insane. And then another user went crazy, like that person went crazy with their prompts. This other person, 331 different apps or ideas were experimented with over the 24-hour period. So just crazy stuff happening in parallel. And I do that just to set the stage a little bit for Tanner and what we're going to talk about a little bit, because we built this Buildathon Hub site for Agent 4. And it's one of those things that I don't think any other like vibe code platform or really platform in general would have tried to do something at this scale on their own stack. And so what we're going to talk about today is a testament of like kind of how powerful Replit is, not just as a platform, but what we were able to do here to support the community infrastructure, and talk a little bit about, again, dealing with scale, dealing with fixing these things on the fly, and kind of some of our learnings from that. So that being said, let's introduce Tanner. He is an agentic engineer at Replit. Again, vibe coding production apps. You've seen his work if you've done the LinkedIn certifications. If you've done, I don't know how many of the Replit landing pages, partner sites, race to revenue, the mobile Buildathon hub, some of those other things. Manny, if you could share Tanner's links in the chat, so folks can go and explore his work. He's consistently at the top of our leaderboard. So you all do not know this, but we have an internal board here that we kind of watch, and Tanner is almost always at the top of this board. And so just one of the top vibe coders, I think, in the space right now. Super talented in tons of different ways. So all that being said, what's up, Tanner? Hello, and how are you? Welcome to the first time in front of the live stream audience.
Hey, friends. Thanks for having me. And I saw a comment. Yes, I completely catfished all of you with my AI profile image. I haven't got around to fixing that. So
I pulled it from your LinkedIn. There we go. But yeah, let's just before we get into what went right, what went wrong, any of that stuff, let's just spend a second here, like your perspective, your thoughts. Buildathon, we just went through this week. You know, like what's going through your head as we just wrap all this stuff up?
Yeah, so I mean, huge shout out to you, Raimar, for building such a sick platform. I know, like I built actually a couple like other like live event in-person Buildathon apps and stuff. And I remember when the Agent 4 launch was coming up and you were exploring it and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to build my own. And you just like dove in, and this is my first time being able to really see it, and you did a really great job. And it was actually a really interesting experience to get pulled in kind of last minute to help manage somebody else's build. Somebody else's live build. Like I've been pulled into projects in the past, but I've never been like, okay, hey, we have this thing that we built over the last month. It's been live. It has tens of thousands of users. And now we need you to like jump in and help. And I learned a ton. And it was a really cool process. So happy to share a little bit more of what kind of the learnings were, because I think they're going to be really valid.
Let me set that up just a little bit more too, because again, here's the site. And we built this for the Agent 4 Buildathon. And honestly, so Tanner built the mobile Buildathon site, and we learned so much from the mobile Buildathon site, but that was kind of catered to like mobile projects. And so as we were thinking about it, we like started remixing it, and we're like, let's just try something different. And then we started thinking like, oh, we're probably going to run lots of Buildathons. So let's build this as a place to run Buildathons rather than like a place to run the next Buildathon. And so that's kind of where the thinking happened here. And then I reached out to Tanner and like right before the day before I'm flying, I'm like, hey, just so you know, the Buildathon site's here. You shouldn't have to do anything with this, but just in case, the team thought like you should be involved here, you know? And little did we know the amount of traffic and the excitement. I mean, we thought we were going to get some traffic, but like nothing like what we actually saw, Tanner. So, I mean, I know how it happened for my side. I kind of like set this thing up. We get going. We do the live stream, and literally during the stream, we start seeing the peak. And so, like up until before that, 2,000, whatever. I don't know how many concurrent people are on the site, but the number of requests, bam, 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 and then all of a sudden, people start seeing some of those delays, and that's where we start calling engineering. The first step, I think, what we learned. So let's jump into that. What went right?
Yeah.
Just from the
you should show the chart. You
What's
should
that?
show the chart. You should show the chart.
Yeah, we have that. I have that right here, actually.
Yeah, it's in there. It's in the doc. Yeah, that one.
Ooh.
There.
Ooh.
That's the chart.
And this is this top line is, what is this, 900,000 connections, server connections? Like, what is that number?
HTTP requests.
Okay, so yep, that's all the WebSockets, that's all the server calls, that's all the activity feeds, that's basically all the communications back and forth between you users and the back end of the server.
Yeah, and you can see where the traffic is basically, you can't even see what the traffic used to be because it just in comparison, and then it just like skyrockets. And so just to explain this a little bit more, the top bar is our new app monitoring feature. So we turned that on, and you can see where it turns red is when the site went down. And that correlates with the blue line, which is like successful HTTP requests. It skyrocketed, and then the system couldn't handle it, so it crashed, and that's where the red line goes up. So you want green bar on the top, blue line up, red line down, right? And then you can see kind of how that like evolved over the day as we worked on it.
Right. Yeah, and that's what you can see here is, eventually what you want is the red line to go down and then disappear, and the blue line to go up and be able to go up and not, obviously have these spikes. And so let's talk a little bit, because one of the things that happened when we launched this for Agent 4 was we did see some server like issues, like exceeding certain requests or whatever. And so again, we thought we bolstered that, and we threw the autoscale servers as high as we could go. But again, I don't think we've ever seen internally at Replit a deployment with this type of traffic. So we had to pull engineering in from the get-go just to say like, hey, we just need, give it all you just got. What if somebody's made the engine analysis, right? Like give it full throttle here. So what, in addition to just opening up the server side of things, I know you send like a whole change log, but the WebSocket request and some of the HTTP are some of the like server communication back and forth. So can you talk about your troubleshooting, the process for like identifying what was going wrong here? Because again, I think this is like one of those things we talk about. Very few other platforms would have been able to handle something like this. Typically, when companies run an event at scale like this, they're going to outsource this to some kind of like hackathon hosting platform. So tell me what happens on the back end, Tanner? Like when you get called in, because I can't even imagine a project like this complexity. You got to come in real time and try to fix this. So like, what's your thought process? How do you start even thinking about troubleshooting this?
Yeah. So a little bit more context for people so they know kind of where I'm coming from and how I approach this is that I'm not a traditional software engineer. I could never write, a successful a snippet of code myself. I know a tiny bit of like HTML, CSS, maybe a little bit of JavaScript from like Codecademy a few years ago, but I could never build any of this without Replit Agent. And so like I'm learning on the fly with something like this. Like I didn't even know what a WebSocket was before this, or what a SSE, I believe is, server side events.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, didn't even know what that was before. And so this is just constantly how it feels to be an agentic engineer is you are kind of learning as you build with agent. And I always have a hard time balancing like I want to go and learn everything, but I also just need to keep building and moving forward. And there's that like tension of speed and also like trying to understand as much as possible. So anyway, what happened is, woke up 5:15 and the site was down. And Reimar, you were already scrambling. I'm pretty sure you were like at the airport about to jump on your flight.
I am literally making like last minute, just getting the Uber to get to the airport, international flying, and I've got my laptop. I literally had a Starlink. I'm like freaking out because I'm like, oh no, this and I jumped on the stream with Manny as kind of a last minute thing to just like try to be there, because it was like no video, just let me try to get on this call. And so Yeah. I'm sorry. Continue, Tanner. Yeah. So
No,
that's
no,
where you
it
enter the scene then.
that's part of the story, exactly. And so I think a key word here that you're going to hear is today is parallelization. So I jumped in and I I did two things. One is we have an internal like AI tooling and system that I kind of brought to bear on this. I also pulled in, or Reimar, you'd already pulled in a member of the actual engineering team.
Yep.
And then at the same time, I was jumping in the project and giving agent all of the logs. And when I say giving the agent, now it actually has access to see the production logs. There's a little tip for everybody. When something breaks, you can always just tell agent, check the logs, right? It should do that already, but I've just kind of gotten the habit of it. And specifically, I found it helpful that if you're in the development environment, like in the REPL environment here, and something breaks while you're testing, you can say, check the development logs. But if you're in the production environment, you're using your actual app and it breaks, you can say.
And I'm showing people here on the back end, on your publishing pane, you have access to logs, which are your development logs here. But then again, on the overview on the publishing side, you can jump into and see, and then you can ask the agent to check the production logs. That's something you should be doing quite regularly when you're running into issues and troubleshooting your application. So I just wanted to show folks where they can access and see that in the app here.
Exactly that. So spun off our internal tooling and then brought in an engineer and then jumped in Replit and told agent to check the production logs and start debugging and testing. And one of the biggest things that we just that we learned was that the live counter that you saw and see, actually, if you go to buildathons.replit.app right now, you'll see in the top left, there's this like live stream of activity across the platform. Yeah, right there. Nice, Reimar. See, and that was firing just, hundreds of thousands of, I mean, I actually don't know what percentage of it was that specific component, but it was firing off lots and lots of HTTP requests. And so, and when you're at a, relatively reasonable traffic load, like that's not a big deal. But when we got slammed with tens of thousands of users, it just overwhelmed the system and we couldn't handle it. And so one of the things that actually was recommended by one of the engineers that got pulled in is, hey, we should switch from WebSockets to server sent events. I had no idea what that was at the time, but I just copied and pasted it into Replit agent. And it's like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. And it just like, it went for it and it built it out and then we republished. So that was probably the number one biggest fix.
Yep.
And
which is funny because that was like another little thing that we just kind of added while we were doing when I was playing with the site for the Buildathon, and I was like, it'd be so cool if we had like a live counter. And again, if it's a couple hundred people, no big deal. But when it's a couple thousand people trying to do it, and every one of those requests like basically opens a direct line of communication with the server and keeps it open, then it becomes like really difficult to scale that unless you're, Facebook or like Google or, like some crazy, and even then they're going to have a hard time doing it without the, So,
Tanner, if you had a conversation with agent, do you think agent would eventually giving you that recommendation as well? Is it just like the engineer just having that specialized knowledge helping you out?
That's a great question. If I knew to ask the right questions, I think it would. If I had said, and again, this is where just like, you just learn as you're building and testing things, you just come to learn these kinds of things. So I wouldn't have known the whole WebSocket server side or server side event thing distinction. However, I would have been able to say, hey, our servers are getting overwhelmed by HTTP requests or whatever. Help me identify like what is the most demanding components in our app, and then find ways to optimize it. And if I had said something like that, I imagine agent would have been able to say like, oh yeah, it's the live counter and it's using WebSockets. It would be much more efficient if we switched over to SSEs. So I imagine that's how it would have gone down. Thankfully,
this is something we talk to people all the time about, is that like, you just talk to the agent, just ask the agent, right? Like, plan mode's great for this. Open up a new task, open up, like, it has the context, it has the logs. And so you don't need to know exactly how to do the thing. Obviously, having like somebody suggest, hey, maybe WebSockets versus server sent events, you know, like that's a great directional, like, you know, but what you're talking about, Tanner, is basically digesting the idea with the agent and asking it to like help you troubleshoot and dig in a little bit. And I think that's something that you probably do very well. People see us do it on the stream very well. And it's one of the things we always try to like help the audience understand. As you're working with Replit, you should just kind of treat it as you would your co-engineer, you know?
Mm-hmm. And I would imagine it'd be a good time to turn on power mode too. To give, like,
in those events.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so let's see, what did we learn as the biggest takeaway here? I mean, obviously, you know, we also did some load hardening. There was some caching, you know, like some general stuff that I think is like overall optimizations. And a lot of this stuff is things you have to like learn over time, right? And kind of just see over time. Like some of this stuff you have to like test at scale. It's very difficult to understand where these weaknesses are unless, again, you're a very seasoned engineer with good architectural understanding, in which case you're probably not, you know, like just send it vibe coding. And you kind of need sometimes to learn in rotation like this, right, Tanner?
Yeah, I think so first off, I want to call out the fact that I think any of my apps that I've been building for Replit, which are in that, thanks Manny for dropping them in. You guys can go and see the kinds of production apps that I've been pushing out there. I mean, a lot of them, some of them are just like little simple like landing pages and stuff, but a lot of them are pretty significant platforms with multiple user roles and portals and so on, and integrations and whatever. And I imagine that if they had suddenly gotten hit with this, the heavy of a load, that they would have crashed too, right? And so I actually did think like, okay, now what can I take from this and go and harden those other apps to future-proof them against heavier loads. And one of the biggest ones is going in and saying something along the lines of, we expect to be hit suddenly with 50,000 simultaneous users across the entire globe tomorrow. What can we do to like prepare our app for this level of traffic and optimize it so that it can, you know, scale with it? I mean, Replit has auto scale as its like default deployment system, and there's like kind of two things you can do. So one is like optimizing the code itself and like how the app actually functions and handles requests and stuff, and caching and retry logic and so on and so forth. But then there's also like in the if you want to pull that up, Rymar, in the publish pane, you have settings that you can configure for getting the app ready for high load. And one thing that we discovered was that like because of the way that live counter was set up, it just exceeded even the top tier of auto scale at the time. And so our engineers, I believe they are actually going to bump up the max auto scale configurations that people can configure. And in this instance, they had to go manually jump in the back end and, you know, like double the number of connections and max instances. But those two things I think were really helpful. I have some other stuff I'd love to share, but I want to make sure I answered your question.
Yeah, I think that's for sure. I think any takeaway that you'd like to share, I think at this point, it's one of those things, and I want to let people know that you will almost never, with 100% certainty, hit this level of traffic on your like Replit deployment. The odds of you getting this type of usage, engagement, et cetera, is very slim. But to know that it's capable, and to know that we can do this, and now like imagine the signal this sends to enterprises who are thinking about doing these types of things on this platform, that you can bolster this and that it can be this solid, again, with being able to handle this type of interactive user load. It's not just page views, right? This isn't a static site that you're just serving HTML and CSS. Like people are logging in, they're taking actions, they're interacting with projects. There's a lot of back and forth between the user and the client. So yeah, any tangible learnings, I think, Tanner, there that you want to share, this would be great to just,
if you share that changelog chart again, one thing I just want to call out is we were only down for, I think, 15 minutes.
It's amazing.
And we were able to turn that around really quickly. And that's what you see, going along the top there. Sorry, in that chart, I want to, click into that. So the red bar, it looks big, but it's just like, I think it's just hour blocks. And was there any downtime within that hour block or something?
Can we pull that up live? Am I going to dox anything if I just go to that?
I'm trying to remember what that looks like.
Go to the hub.
I don't think so.
Let's see. Is that's in the new?
It's the
tab,
new
right?
Analytics pane. They bumped it out into the separate Analytics pane.
Hang on, I just did a refresh here.
You're good. I know they're actually working to dramatically improve that whole analytics system. Right now it's fairly rudimentary, but it's still super useful. And basically what I wanted to call out here on that chart, I'll wait for it so you guys can visualize it. Is that first blue peak, we crashed, and then we immediately were able to revive it. And then I spent, quite a few hours testing, exploring, hardening, improving, so that the second blue spike at the end of the day, we handled it just fine. If you see that there's no downtime, and that red line is super low compared to the blue line. So that is a successful day of building, where we crashed, we fixed it within 15 minutes. I spent actually 12 hours on Saturday improving and building and learning. And then when that second wave hit later in the day, it was ready for it. And I think that's a cool thing.
Well, and again, the speed of this, and obviously we did have engineering resources that helped, especially in this immediate response. But the fact that you mostly, as a agentic engineer, vibe coder, were able to go in and do this with the help of the agent and some other tooling, is again just a real testament of the moment in time we're in, the power of the platform, and the just the toolkit we have at our disposal here now to do these types of things.
And to be clear, engineering, they really only did two things. And not to say that they weren't extremely helpful, and I'm super grateful and to have just brilliant people here at Replit that can help me learn what I don't know. But in this case, all they had to do was say swap from WebSockets to SSEs, and they manually cranked up the max instances on autoscale. They didn't do write any code or even do any Replit agent prompts. That was all me and Reimar, right? Yeah. They gave one tip, max, and cranked up the autoscale, and then we were able to work with Replit agent to fix everything else. Yeah. And that's pretty crazy. That's pretty cool.
Again, that's why I think this is the first of all, shout out to the Replit leadership team for having the trust in not only the product, but us to do this type of thing. If you talk about dog fooding, we use this term internally, dog fooding. It's very common in the industry where it's you have to be using your product in order to validate that the product works, and also then to understand the hardest and most interesting edge cases that are going to then become possible failure points so that you can correct for them. And so this became a massive learning experience for us as a community team, but also as a platform to understand how far can you push the limits of what this platform can do. And again, almost any other company running a hackathon at this scale, I can't think of any hackathon that I've seen recently where the company actually built their own platform to run it, right? If you see any of these other companies, any company, whether it's a vibe coding platform, whether it's a hard coding platform, whether it's a whatever, right? They're going to use something that's custom built to run hackathons on. And they're usually fairly generic, right? They didn't have anything like this Replicash or the activity feed, or, it's some of these other gamified elements that we have inside of here that made the experience so special. And so again, it's just I can't fanboy enough. I know I work here now, but it's like I came from the builder side, and the reason I got so excited about it is because I saw this potential. I see what's coming. I understand, and I'm trying to just help you as an audience understand if you don't get like the technical complexity of what we're trying to like debrief here, that it's just, yeah, there's something special happening here. So Tanner, any closing thoughts? I think the crowd wants to get to reviewing some sites. So I think, we got the retro in the books here, but any closing thoughts or takeaways for folks before we start looking at some of these sites?
Yeah. One little tip that, again, that I learned in the process that I'd love to share, was we turned on also the feedback widget halfway through. And then thanks to any and all of you that were sending feedback through the widget, and that stream came in, and then it was dozens and dozens of bits of feedback, and I was scrambling and trying to build things quickly. And so I just told Agent, hey, go analyze the entire inbox, and like group them, find patterns, and surface anything that we need to fix. And one of the biggest things, as it said, was like having like users were getting lost. They didn't know, they joined and then they didn't know what to do and where to go. And it suggested, hey, we should improve the UI flow by adding a step-by-step wizard that people can follow and whatever. And then it went and built it. So like having that feedback loop closed so tightly, where we were open to feedback, the feedback came in, and I just pointed Agent at the feedback. It found the patterns, built it, fixed it. And then it was really cool to see real time how like Agent can just kind of build and improve everything for you. It's such a surreal thing to do what we do.
Well, I keep how on close thinking, is that to like self-improving software, right? Like, I mean, yes, sure, you got human in the loop and you're kind of triaging that stuff, but like we're not that far away from the agent or you being able to build systems, and you, I mean the audience, being able to build systems that learn from themselves like this. Like that's basically we're at step one of like self-improving software. And a year from now, 2 years from now, this will be kind of automated and bulletproof, and people will be like, oh my God, what? And be like, yeah. So you're really like on the front edge here, everyone, if you're watching this stuff.
And I think first off, before I forget, for anybody that doesn't know where that is, it's in the publish pane. When you're going to publish, you can click adjust settings. Again, Raimar, feel free to show them if that would be helpful. And in the adjust settings, there is a, scroll down. There's a enable feedback widget option, and you can toggle that on and customize it, right? Yep. And then that feedback will show up in the inbox there. So, yeah, man, it's, if anybody wants to know a little bit more of my story, like go check out some of the links that they did, I have my website and stuff. If I can do this, you can too, is basically what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not a software engineer. My background was in translation, marketing, and partnerships. And here I am now building production grade software for, tens of thousands of people. And it's about as surreal as it gets. So
amazing.
I think you and I and Manny could probably sit here for an hour or 5 talking about exactly that, because neither of us are traditional software developers, and we are building infrastructure at scale that I never imagined I would, coming from a design / media / web development background. And yeah, it just boggles my mind again to be able to do these things by talking to a machine, interacting with this many people, just this iterative process. And again, being right on the front edge. We talk about this all the time, Manny. This is the skill. This is the preeminent skill to learn as a creator. It's being able to learn how to talk to these agents and these tools and get the outcome you want in a real world, in a digital world. And then specifically turning that into like a business outcome or some kind of objective, some kind of like verifiable metric that you can measure and again, iterate on. So yeah. And we're going to just, I guess, jump into reviewing the sites now. So,
okay, I'm out.
All right, we're gonna lose Tanner as we get into the sites. I think.
Yeah, I gotta go build stuff. Sorry, guys.
All right. Well, we're gonna get Tanner back, and we're gonna do some office hour stuff. I think, this was just your first intro to Tanner. We're gonna reach out for sure and have you back.
He's a legend.
Plenty, yeah.
Bye, Manny. Always a pleasure, my friends.
Thank you, Tanner. Thank you so much, dude.
See ya.
All right. So, Manny, I mean, that's as we transition into the next segment here, which I think people are really excited for, is just to do some product feedback. Do you have any thoughts about the whole weekend and kind of what we just debriefed on?
Well, first, just Tanner's story is so inspirational for me. He's now an agentic engineer. You probably should have had him define that. So, like, I consider myself a vibe coder, and I'm aspiring to be an agentic engineer. You oftentimes hear these terms out there. I think agentic engineer is like now a technical person that's leveraging agents to do production grade applications like Tanner is, supporting thousands and thousands of users at scale. Vibe coder, you're probably just getting started. You're building your apps. You got a couple of users. You're just getting going, but you want to aspire to be an agentic engineer. And Tanner's story is a perfect encapsulation of that. He mentioned earlier, he does not have a software development background. He does not have a technical background. Reimar, you don't either. I don't either. So we're kind of aspiring to that. And I think the bar there is, can you support thousands and thousands of users on your app? Can you do it on the fly? Do you know the right questions to be asking agent? Do you know the right tools in Replit to be implementing? And then can you act quickly as well? For all the tips that Reimar and Tanner gave us, no plan or no app is going to survive first contact with the enemy. Right. So
everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face. What is the Tyson quote?
Yeah, you can do Tyson, you can do Patton, whatever you want, dude. Okay. You want Tyson, you want Patton, like whatever. Yeah. Both of them, same thing. So just know that you got to be ready to react really, really fast. I had this happen a couple weekends back when I demoed something live for 150 people that I had tested for 5 people. And Reimar, you've done that live. Tanner did that over the weekend. I just can't believe we only had 15 minutes of downtime. Tanner was on that really quick, using all of his expertise and tools and everybody here at Replit. And then for the rest of the Buildathon, like 97% plus uptime. That was so impressive. So I just really enjoyed those tips. I was learning. I was taking notes. I was like, yeah, I got to do all that stuff.
And I'm going to tell you that as much as like it would have pained me to like you give up, that like I actually like regret that I wasn't on the battle lines, like I'm like, oh, like I want to be in there because I want to learn too, right? It's like, this is stuff that I've not, and like you think you hardened it, you think you get to a certain point, again, you optimized certain things, but I don't know about server sent events either. Like I'm just learning about WebSockets. I think we taught you about WebSockets, a couple months ago. And so like, again, we're just learning, we implement, we test, we learn, we implement, in this iterative cycle. And that's what you're going to start seeing as we architect this community, as we build the infrastructure for this community, and all of these different pieces start moving together. And we've talked about, again, some of how do we take the best submissions and really elevate some of those. And so just look for us to really get smart and better over time. We talk about how we listen to the comments, how we're listening in Discord, how we're pulling all this data in, because there's only one way to do this stuff at scale, right? Like we're a small community team, and Replit is a massive user base. And so there's only one way for us to do this and try to be, true to our mission, which is to really serve you all as users of this platform and to build a product that you can trust and rely on over time, is to kind of, again, dog food this product and learn from all of this stuff and hopefully be very transparent with you all as we go, right? Like, again, doing a public retro 2 days after in a setting like this is, again, kudos to the team for seeking pain and also sharing insights and learning along the way.
Several people called that out, that they really appreciate the honesty. We're doing it live. We're dog fooding. We're drinking our own champagne, if you want another analogy. And so, we're going to have some hiccups like we had over the weekend, 15 minutes, but we're going to adapt. We're going to learn fast. We're going to push Replit to the limit. And then we want to share all of that with you as well, because some of you, we're hoping, are going to get to the same issues. And it's actually a good problem to have. If your app goes so viral that you're getting overwhelmed, then that's a good thing. That's a great thing. That's actually where you want to get. And it's totally possible now. We've been talking about this. You can vibe code an app in Replit. You can put together a really good video, and you can go viral overnight. So I think these are all skills that you need to have in your toolkit as well.
Yep. Okay, so with that being said, let's talk a little bit about how this is going to work. If you were with us for the last Buildathon, we built a little Buildathon Explorer platform that just kind of randomizes how we pull apps. I have optimized that a little bit and added a little gamification, if you will. So let's do that. Let me just pull this up and let's go back to this scene. Nope, this one.
We got a shot clock now. Shot
Yeah.
clock.
Okay. So let's come here, Command Shift F, and let me give it one zoom, maybe two zoom. Okay. So here's what we got. This is the first site we're going to look at, and there's a clock at the bottom here. And so what's going to happen is every site that we pull up, if I click this explore button, it's going to just pull a random site from the qualified submissions inside of the Buildathon hub. And then it's going to put 1 minute clock on the board, right? And it'll start automatically ticking down. If the site impresses us or if it catches our attention, we can add more time. We can even pause the clock if we want to go so far as to do that. If not, we may even skip you before the minute, right? So you'll get at least a minute look if the site catches our attention. If it doesn't catch our attention, if it's just a broken link, if it's just your Expo QR code, then there's not much we can do there. If it's just a login page, we're probably just going to skip to the next one, right? So the goal here is to catch our attention. We talked about this before. The goal is distribution, visually interesting. And then also, if you remember what the Buildathon criteria was and what we're looking for specifically is how did you make progress, or can we see what the progress was? And so we're going to be looking for signals of some of that. I know it won't be easy for us to identify all those things here in this time frame. And I know it's not a perfect system. You guys may have complaints, but it's the fairest thing we could think of to do this, okay? So yeah, with that being said, let's take a look and we'll start the clock. I won't hit explore on this because it will start the clock, and I don't want to skip this one because it's the one that loaded here. But let's just take a look and see explore never guess, open never guess. We'll click a couple buttons. So first thing I want to look at is AI-powered software tools that reduce guesswork. I don't know what that means. So Miramar Labs practicing AI-powered. Okay, so this is what I would do. Like I'm just gonna open never guess. I'm gonna click. I'm gonna see some stuff. It's doing things, but I don't really understand what's happening here. So I don't know what I would think through here. Manny, any thoughts?
Yeah, I think the copy is a couple things to call out, like basic stuff. Like again, I don't like using AI powered in the header. Like everything's AI powered now. It's kind of redundant now. Two, the purple hues that kind of gives it away, kind of vibe coding app. Three, the copy. Yeah, it's not clear. Like, what do you mean by that? I think that copy is a little bit too cute, a little bit too just nuance. Like you know, that first headline's got to be like super simple. Like, what do you mean by this? Like,
okay, there's a minute. This one doesn't load.
And we're on.
Yep, that's how it's going to go. Unless there's really something that catches our attention, we're just going to keep them moving. So the free, fun way and effective way to learn scam detection. Okay, that's interesting and very clear right off the bat, right? Can you spot the scam? Your bank account has been compromised. Try it yourself. Oh, instant trivia.
Let's go. Oh.
Unusual activity. Dear customer, detected a login from a new device. Click here to verify. Suspicious. Oh, scam.
Oh.
All right. I like this. Let's see. Oh, on to the next one automatically. I like that. Scam. Oh, got it right. Okay.
This is actually pretty neat. Yeah.
I like this, right? Right off the bat, it brought me into something. Let's give it a minute here because we might go check out.
I might focus the copy a little bit here because I think this would be really applicable to IT teams and security teams. So I would say like the easiest way for security teams to level up their teams to know what phishing looks like, something like that. Because right now it's a little too general. Scam, like what do you mean by scam? Like online scam, email scam, text spam, text scam, like so. I think it's a little bit too general, but the functionality looks really cool. And again, I would try to like I would think about like, you know, how would you reach out to people and how would you get to try it out and who has the most pain here? I would guess it's like security teams that want to level up their team to get better at spotting phishing scams. So that's one piece of advice that I would give you there.
All right, what's up, friends?
He's back. You can tell he's back in the US. Got the
Chrome,
the restream
Chrome
thing
for the win. My restream is frozen, Manny. I'm not able to.
I see you're on now. Like, but you have two cameras right now. Okay, so we're gonna let Rymai come on in just a bit. But yeah, like I think like this is a common thing that I'm seeing is like the pitch is a little bit too general right now, like I think you want to niche down and focus. And the question for me is like, you know, what would be your cold email to somebody? Or yeah, like how would you reach out to someone in a DM? How would you find them? So when you niche down, it's easier to find your target prospects. So if this is focused on IT people or security people, then it's much easier to scan LinkedIn and find those folks. And then two, when you write the copy, it's much easier to get their attention because you'll be familiar with their pain point. And everybody's actually this is a big pain point that's going on right now in many organizations is now with all these AI tools that make it easier to scam folks, now you have to like make it easy to train people up to avoid those scams. So yeah, so I think that there'd be a lot of potential for something like this if you can retarget and niche down on that focus. Cool. And then as you're coming back, I'll just go through some of the comments here. Yeah. Yeah, guys. Yeah, please. Yeah, refrain from spamming in the comments. We're gonna get to as many as we can here. It's gonna be at random. We're not gonna pick any projects. It's just like whatever comes up, we're gonna go through. And you don't have to tell us in the chat to check out your project. We're gonna be looking at all the projects that have been submitted. But for today, it's just gonna be totally random. If you keep trying to pitch your app, you're likely gonna get a timeout on the comments. So please don't do that.
Hey, Manny, I'm not sure
Yo,
if you can hear me, but
I can hear you.
my restream, I don't know if you're gonna have to. Oh, it keeps trying to kick me out of restream, man.
Okay.
Hang on. Let's see.
Yeah, we'll sit tight.
Okay. Maybe you can go to the screen share view, and maybe we can just let it run and see what happens.
Yeah, let me pull up my screen. You want to send me the?
I can.
Oh,
Oh, I can't. Hang on. Here we go. Hang on. We might have action.
okay. Here we go.
We might have action.
Let's go. We're back.
Okay. I think we might be back, y'all. Okay. Explore. Oh, okay. The minute starts. Let's just hope let's just hope Chrome plays nice with us. Okay, stop simulating, start knowing. Again, a very unclear title that really doesn't help me understand what you do. FlexSim costs $6,000 a year and takes weeks to model. SimFlow takes 8 minutes. So immediately you're assuming I understand what FlexSim is, which I might, but you might want to tell me. So let's see, run free simulation. Click below to enter the console. Okay, clicking stuff. I like that you just threw me in here. I do like that, I didn't have to log in or do other stuff. Let's see if there's like a demo or something we can click. Let's give this another minute because I'm clicking around in here. What are you thinking as you're seeing me click?
Another helpful tip is you want to keep all of your copy at a 5th grade reading level. Keep it super simple words, and like right to the pain point. What are you trying to solve for me? 2 is this is a little bit hard to read. You have gray on black, and I can't really see it. So work on like making it a little bit more visually easy to follow.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm just not sure what I'm supposed to do here, even now that I'm inside. I see these are some kind of tests. So let's create a new scenario. I keep clicking, and it feels like I'm in some kind of loop here. So again, there's just like a lot of stuff that I think I'm expected to know. So maybe if I knew what this industry was about, or if I'm an industry insider here, this would make a little bit more sense to me. I do see it's trying to do stuff like grab CSVs, all projects.
And I'm still unclear what this is solving.
Yeah, me too. And I don't know how to go back to that now that I'm in the app. So yeah, that would be my only feedback is I'm just not really clear on what to do, and there's not a unique flow or some kind of dedicated way to get me through it. So all right, next app, authentic recipes. Let's see, this looks like, I don't know what the language is, but it's in some language. Oh, community. Truth meters. I like truth meters, but these are the same pages here. So as I'm clicking, nothing's changing. Interesting.
Again, many people will say to zoom in, it's hard to read. Well, if you have to zoom in, that's telling you that it's hard to read. And here's the same problem: this sort of the slight yellow on black, and this gray. Your subline is gray on black. That is so hard to read. And I think so. Again, fifth grade reading level. Also, like just drop it into Agent and say like, hey, is this readable? Does this follow best practices when it comes to UI? I'm guessing this isn't color blind friendly either. So maybe like just add that as an additional prompt. Like, can you like tell me, is this easy to follow? Is this easy to like review? How's my copy? Is it simple to understand?
Yeah, and as I'm looking here, I'm thinking, oh, that took me somewhere. Oh, the site reloaded. Okay, next site. All right, dashboard. What are we looking at here? SMEAI. Again, I just kind of get dumped into an AI chat with no idea what I'm supposed to do. I caught that. Sounds like a 500. Okay. Yes, quote. Nope. Okay. Yeah. Again, I just don't know what I'm supposed to do here. It looks like some kind of customer platform. So these are showing some kind of invoices. Marcus paid. Okay. So I'm able to do stuff. I see that. I can see outstanding and it's overdue. I can create a new invoice. So it's some kind of invoicing platform and some kind of business assistant. But again, I don't really know what's going on here, right? It just kind of dumped me into some dashboard.
Yeah, this is a classic mistake where you have the platform, but you don't have a landing page. So you got to warm up people, like you got to warm up. You got to have a little small talk, like, right? If you're trying to land a date, you just can't go like, hey, you want to go out tonight? No, you got to warm up the other person. Like, hey, how you doing? What's your name? Blah, blah, blah. The landing page is that.
Yep. Okay, let's see here. New site. Again, the language barrier is always going to be a thing, so I'm not.
One quick tip here is you can use Replit Agent to internationalize your application. So at the very least, I would have an option that says like, here, switch into English, and Agent. That's a one-shot thing the Agent can do. Can turn all of your copy into English or any other language.
Yeah, I think that's I mean, for sure, I get the idea of having localized and you want it to be in your language and you want it to be native, especially if you're solving a local problem. Like, for sure, that should be your primary space. But then your secondary thought is, how can I get other people to understand what's happening here? Especially when you're, in a competition that's, being judged and primary audience is in another language. So yeah, that's what I'd recommend is go back and add that like a language switcher up here and ask the agent to handle that for you. Okay, tap dev. Immediately, I like this. Ship real code from your phone. Immediately, I know what this does. They're using images. I'm going to zoom out a sec just to give it the full space here at its expected sizing. Join the wait list. Try the demo. Google Play Zoom. Great. Try the demo. Takes me. It's unfinished demo. Love that. Okay, you're telling me.
Nice.
Hey,
that builds credibility, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
Get started. Great. Continue with GitHub. It's going to ask me to log in. Great. I'm not going to log in, but looks like it did its thing there. A real dev environment on your phone. Love that. GitHub is the source of truth. I'm understanding everything this thing does. Server back workspaces. Hold up. Let's add some time here. Granular diff review, mobile first cockpit. Use the AI you trust. Okay. Top dev is built with provider AI ready. So again, there's a dark theme here, but this is way more readable than the other ones that we've looked at, right? Try the demo. Okay, that's we already did that. Join the wait list.
And you can see also, like, before we even read the copy, we knew that this was targeted as more like developer focused types or more like technical people. So remember, your design is communicating before somebody even reads the copy. So you need to take a screenshot of the design and say like, hey, am I appropriately targeting the folks that I'm going after here? Because it's sending signal right out of the gate.
Yep. And you just saw it here that you just saw me throw this thing into the review queue. So yeah, good shot. Tap dev, we will be investigating further to see what this is. Architecture, pipeline, pricing, FAQ. Okay, great. Yeah, nice job. Going to catch our attention. We're going to look for a video next. And then, yeah, if there's an app we can download and check, we'll take a look.
One other suggestion is you notice that Rymar was going to the flow. He was happy until he got to the GitHub sign-in request. If you're meeting someone for the first time, you're going to be a little hesitant. So consider doing a demo that doesn't require that step so they can see like the magic right away.
Perfect. Okay. Accept cookies. All right. Oh, you know what, Manny, or a digital assistant listening in the background, let's optimize the site to be able to remove this heads up display so that we can get to our UI sometimes. Okay. So scan ingredients, build your shelf, catch conflicts. Scanning gradients, I understand. And then build your shelf, you lost me. Is this construction? Catch conflicts with what? I don't know, right? Like you had me for a second, and then I see, okay, oh, okay, so there's some kind of things here. All right, do not use together. Okay, so I kind of get a little bit of what's going on here, but I'm not too certain. Let's give this another minute because there's some. I like the design; it's clean. Manny, what are you thinking as we're looking here?
Again, what is the main pain point that you're solving for folks? Like, okay, is it that like, oh, avoid chemical reactions when you mix different beauty products? Is that what it is? Like really hit that early. That subline is way too small. It's hard to read. Gotta like make up for it. Also, you're wasting valuable
Waste.
space
You
there.
just wasted 2 clicks there, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I clicked your start your free day trial, and then you take me to another button where I have to click again. I already clicked. What, you know, like don't ask me to click twice. You don't understand how few clicks you get on a website or how many page views you get on an average visit to a website, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to separate these actions between clicks or moments. You want to get that, you know, immediately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then in the copy you're saying like sign up for free. Sign up. I mean, you're wasting like that copy there is so valuable. You should spend like so much time thinking about every word in that copy because that's probably like what most people are going to see. And then as Reimer mentioned, like make it as fast as possible to get to that wow moment if somebody decides to click on it.
Yeah. How Chimik works, 3 steps. Okay, scanner paste. Scanner paste what? So again, you're not telling me, you know, like build your routine. What kind of routine? Is it a skincare routine? Is it a healthcare routine? Is it a fitness routine? So yeah, just be a little more specific with what you're doing there. Okay, pseudo hired. You got a dead link.
Ooh.
Sorry. SIS client proposal builder. You got a dead link. Sorry. Whoa, we got the whole title on that one. I guess I don't have it set up to. All right, so again, let me see what URL is coming up here. DocuGenGlide.page. Something's giving me a problem with that login. Let's try again. Let's see if it's.
Somebody said
Okay.
they feel like they have a morning meeting with their web devs. Yeah, well, we've seen a
Yeah.
lot of these, so we got some tips.
Okay, so globe marker. There we go. Is the next one that popped in. Trips, log a trip. Okay, New York. We'll try your. Okay, let's see. Boom. United States. Okay, I'll go with your example. Tokyo. Yep. Departure date. Oof.
Again, here you have the platform, the functionality, but no landing page. No, you're not selling me.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's lots of buttons. Like, look, if my my return date should be tied to the departure date. I can't return before the departure date, right? So like those are little optimizations that you should just do. When I set my departure date, the return date should just set, and then it should be a one-click date picker. You know, like those types of things. Okay, so I logged a trip, and then will that show me? Oh, okay. All right. Hey,
That's kind of cool.
I like
That's
that.
neat.
I like that. I kind of wish it was easier to get to. Oh, dang
Oh
it.
man,
I didn't get it in time.
I would
Okay.
say add that to your landing page. That would be like really eye catching. That one
Right at
part.
the front, show me the dots connecting, you know? Like, yeah, give me a couple examples. Let me just click a couple locations to see it, and then I'll invest the time to do its thing.
That was
All right.
nice UI though. That was cool.
Trendly. Yeah. I want to click and see if I go to the public page directly, does it also break? Yeah. So you guys are putting the wrong links in here. So again, we're trying, but you guys got to help us. Okay, explore. Veil chat, end-to-end encrypted messenger with zero knowledge server and signal protocol. Oh.
Yes. Once again, keep it simple. 5th grade reading level.
And this is interesting because I built something like this very recently. So let's check it out. Veil chat. Recommended. If you remember, we built that ghost chat recently. See, you already lost me. Why do I need a password if it's an encrypted chat, or if it's end-to-end, or if it's like, why can't I just create a
And this is not using the clerk authentication. Guys, we have a new clerk white label integration that allows you to build authentication that plugs into Google, everything. Make your life easier. Use that. It's going to be much more performant and higher quality.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh, a verification password. I mean, what are you talking about? This has to be like dead simple to use. You sold me like a dead simple platform here. Like let's go back to this page. End-to-end encrypted, create with a random ID, maximum privacy. Yeah, why can't I just get in there? I just want to get in. Message privately, built for the people you actually trust. Veil chat is a calm, beautiful, simple messenger. See how it works. Was that supposed to take me to a video? Oh, here's a video. I just kind of wish it got me in there faster, and then I'll create an ID if I like it, you know, but I think you should probably just let me in, or give me a way to test it or do something in here. Messaging apps are so, like everyone's trying to build a messenger type of thing. I also can't stop this video, by the way. So yeah, just, I don't know. Any thoughts here, Manny?
Yeah, I think the key lesson here is think about the onboarding experience. If you're lucky enough to get somebody to click on your button, think about how to just speed run to the point where they get like a magic wow moment. Because you're just gonna maybe at the top of the landing page, you're probably gonna get like 20% to click on it, and then like those 20% are gonna drop off depending on different steps. The more steps you make, the more friction you make, the less you're gonna have at the bottom of that funnel. So optimize that.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, so let's, I've stopped the clock here. Let's restart it. Honest career guidance from someone who's been there. Where have you been? You know, I've been there too. What do you mean? What's next provides real. So honest career guidance, I like. From someone who's been there, you lost me. You know, I get what you're trying to say. I do get it. The message lands a little bit. What's next provides real, honest career guidance from actual experience. No fake statistics, no exaggerated claims. Okay, great. One-on-one session, career paths. What's next? All right. Let's see. Book a one-on-one session. What happens here?
I think these landing pages, a common theme is you're spending way too much time on the what are you providing, and not the why. Like, what is the pain that you're solving? Like, if you can articulate someone's pain, you have to spend minimal time on what you're providing. But there's like our values, what we do, how we do it. Like 80% of your copy should be the pain that we're solving for you.
Well, and I see lots of things to do, but you know, like my attention isn't focused.
Yeah.
You know, like you've got me looking around. Am I chatting? Am I logging in? Am I doing this other thing before you've even like focused my attention on like, I'm solving your problem, like Manny said, you know?
Yeah, it's another short one. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Nope, go ahead. Yeah.
New one. No, it's a new one. Sorry, I forgot.
You can finish your thought. Well, this one looks like we're going to skip. So.
Yeah, the other thing that we're seeing is an over-engineering of these prototypes. Like in the previous example, I saw like 10 different things that came up. One, that's too much for me. As a user, I'm like, if you're making me think, I'm gone. Two is making it hard for yourself, because one of those things is probably like your big idea. And if you're spreading yourself too thin, you're just spreading the attention of the user too much. So focus on one thing, like one big wow moment, and go all in on that.
100%. Capture our attention first. Oh,
ooh,
hey, this is
pretty.
Ruth. She shared this with me. I'm glad we stumbled into this.
Ruth.
Just by default, she's going to get an extra minute because she's the reigning mobile Buildathon
Let's
champ.
go.
And I saw this a second ago, and I really like this, but there's a couple things right off the bat, Ruth. One, I would add a little bit of a gradient behind this to blur out your background. It's a little tough to read here with as visually distracting as this image is. I do like the image. So what I might do is I might offset it so the image doesn't distract as much with the text. You have a lot of conflict with these background colors and this text here. Secondly is when I clicked on this, I kind of really wish this was like a preview of the app.
Yeah.
This would be so cool if this was like just a mini version of the app that I could like click around in and then jump into, and you just open me right into the app. Would be the perfect intro experience where your magnum opus comes alive. Again, I don't really know what that is, but then I start to see, oh, I'm writing and I'm clicking. And so the text does a lot less carrying when I can start clicking and playing immediately. And so for all those, you know, thinking about that type of thing, and then as I go through this, you know, see your story before it's published, I like that. I kind of want to see this headline earlier. And this thing, a living memoir for your world, to me gives me more detail than this up here. So Manny, thoughts?
Yeah, a couple of things. Yeah, I keep seeing this light text on this dark background. Again, that's hard to read. Two, I think you're right, Rymar. Like you see this on the right-hand side, you're like, oh, I can click on it. And when you do, it kind of sets you up to be a little bit disappointed. And then again, I would go back to simplifying the copy. Magnum opus, that is like a college level term. Like maybe like even graduate level. Like keep that simple. Like, okay, like you want to write that amazing book, here's where you do it, something like that. And I also would do away with that button up there. It's too small. I don't know if it's doing anything for you.
But I like this text, the fiction operating system. So I could see that replacing this here, like your operating system for writing fiction novels. You know, like, oh, I know exactly what that is, right? Like, and then where the Magnus opus comes alive could be like a secondary, additional, supplemental explanation or text or something there. So okay,
finish that book you've been thinking about in 5 weeks, or like streamline, like, yeah, like your operating system for finishing your books or taking your book to market or something to that effect.
Okay. Saw it again. Bumped another one into the mix. The contenders in the house, y'all.
And just to highlight for everybody, what Rhymeyer is doing, he's going back to the Buildathon link and he's adding his Replicash and he's also voting it. And you can also put it in your reviews as well. Please do this. This helps us so much. This is so much signal from all of you. So please do this for the ones that we're showcasing, and also other ones that you see.
Correct. Yeah, and this is and we'll share this Buildathon Explorer as a link. So if anybody wants to go and just kind of have the same experience, you can do that. So yeah, this is, and this explores, it's funny. Let me just pause this next site and you're going to get a little extra time here. But what's cool is then you can come in and pick what Buildathon you want to explore inside of here. So again, the infrastructure we're building around these community tools and engagement stuff, just, yeah, anyway. So, okay, let's start the clock again before I nerd out. Manny, what do you see immediately here? Parking Scout.
Yeah, again, you throw me into the platform, no landing page, no warm up. And then there's a lot like, okay, do I really care that there are so many parking spots available in one generic area that's probably not even in my location? Yeah, landing page is critical here, guys. You got to do both. You got to be able to build and you got to be able to sell. That landing page is where you're selling.
Yeah. In the instance of a map, I'm kind of okay with getting dumped in, but like Manny said, I would have liked a little bit of context, right? So just like you have this legend here or somewhere else, like find the perfect parking spot. Some little, with like a little video that lets me dismiss that and just dive in. So I love being able to like explore and see the app immediately. I just kind of wish that, yeah, there was a little bit more of an anchor here. I wish there was a little bit more of an anchor. So, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give this a little bit of love.
And the other thing I would say is like, this is kind of a generic space. This is pretty big. How are you going to go up against Spot Hero, for example? You have to differentiate in some way. So I think, you're setting yourself up for failure if you're thinking you go with Spot Hero that's been around for 10 years and has like all the infrastructure. Yeah. So I would like try to niche this down a little bit more.
Okay. Buy from retail, get paid on delivery.
Interesting.
My best Tim the Tool man. I'm going to date myself now. Warehouse managers post buy offers. You fulfill them at Costco, Best Buy, or Woot, and get paid the moment tracking. Okay. Browse offers. You had me. I was ready to click on some stuff, y'all. I like it. It's intriguing. I don't really know what it does. Again, there's no image. So my first thought is like images. What could have been cool is if there's live offers there, then you can get away with images because then there's actual data. But why is there not like dummy data here? Why are there not offers for me to look at immediately?
Yeah. I think some education would be helpful here too. Like maybe 3 images, like step 1, buy from retail at overpriced, and 2, sell locally or something. Then like 3, collect your money or something. Because I'm not really familiar with this action or this space.
Yeah, and I'm getting lots of broken links when I try to do stuff here. So yeah, just generally that. Okay, off to the next. Tiny Universe Lab, real solar systems in your pocket. Okay, I get that. Very easy to understand. Start exploring. Okay. Oh, what are we doing here? I'm clicking stuff. What happened?
First, I would blow up this. Your hero shot is the universe. That's like your hero functionality. It's way too small. Like people should just go right into it. And then also like all these toggles. It's like to be hit with all this right out of gate. Oh, hey, there we go. This is where you gotta land.
Start me here.
Start here. Like this is like the wow factor. Yeah.
Okay, and then I can click. Okay, so something's happening. I don't know if I started this tour. Let me stop the tour. Don't do that. If you start a tour, first of all, like what happened is you just started like auto rotating stuff. Hang on, let me extend the clock here because this is cool. We're gonna spend some time talking. Like when you started this tour, you kind of automatically started taking over like rotation. Like watch, this is gonna go from Earth to Moon to then a solar system. But if I click over here, Gas Giants, you should stop the tour because if I click Gas Giants, I want to be there, and you're clicking me away from that. That's like a terrible user experience, right? And like Manny was saying, this is your magnum opus. Is this full view? So I would have, like just start me here.
Your money shot.
Yeah, it's your money shot. And then again, that auto tour or something is happening in that full view that's overriding my clicks, right? I click on the sun and then something else is happening here that I don't really want to happen. It's chasing my clicks. I like how it's showing the clicks in space. So yeah, there's some cool stuff happening here. Reset. Black hole. Ooh, throw a black hole in the bad boy. Bad boy.
Oh, careful, bro. Those
Hey
are
man,
dangerous. Those are dangerous.
it's not sucking anything up. All right. Can I play with gravity? So this is kind of fun because it's interesting. It's different. It's visual. Instantly I'm clicking. I see toggles to play with. This is okay. Hey, time scale. Oh, I can speed up time. I can add planets. Oh, okay. See again, like I'm loving this. Like this is a cool thing. Space nerds are going to geek out on this.
Great comment from Nadia here as well. You can ask Replit to act as your UX senior designer. Exactly. Yes. Just tell Replit like, hey, like, is this like a good UX experience? And Replit will give you a ton of great suggestions. It's a great tip there, Nadia.
Yeah.
Ooh, but it's got some cash. Look at that. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot of potential here. Like, keep working on this.
No, I think this is cool. These are the types of things we're hoping to see lots more of. Visually interesting. It's not a productivity app. Sure, it's not exactly perfect yet, but somebody's interested in space. Somebody's interested in the universe, and they're trying to figure out how to give you a visual interface for nerding out and exploring this stuff. This is high on my list, guys. These types of examples are things that we're just excited to look at and see and share and promote.
That's high praise, dude.
Any other thoughts, Manny?
No, looks good.
Okay, great. Half your agenda gets skipped. Nobody remembers who owns what. All right. Start your first meeting free. So immediately I'm thinking granola, or it's like another AI note taker thing, which is like a high bar to unseed. So let's go see what the try interactive demo does. Okay, a watch auto demo. Yeah. 2 minutes remaining in demo. We're not going to get there, but let's see. So I'm wondering, is this happening while I'm talking? Like, are we talking in the demo and then it's kind of showing me these things, or what's like, that's what I'd be interested to know. Demo meeting summary. Can I go back? Let's go back. Start your first meeting free. Manny, what are you thinking as you see this?
Again, I think the copy is too nuanced. Like, what are you trying to like capture your notes fast, or like never miss a follow-up item or something like that? Yeah, that gray on black, again, we keep seeing that. I also think like the overall design, it's got like a, it's got like a developer focus, a technical focus. Oh, next.
Next. Yeah, you got to stand out. And there's so many note-taking apps, like it's just going to be hard to like catch people's attention. Sending money should feel like winning. Turn your gifts into digital scratch cards. Make them scratch to win. Send a scratch. Okay, I like that. What's that mean? Personal.
That's kind of cool.
Just
unique. Christmas. I love these novel concepts. Ooh.
Hey. Okay, let's give this another minute. We're gonna play.
This is fun. Thank you.
So how do I scratch? Oh, confirm. Okay, so I'm previewing. Confirm. I just want to scratch.
No.
Just let me scratch.
Friction. Look, that's so.
Just let me scratch.
Tantalizing. Then you're gone, right? Like one more click,
dang.
you lose like 50% of the people that have already gone there.
Let me scratch.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, here's the lesson. Like for every click or every step you add, you're probably losing 50% of your funnel up until that.
Schedule
Be
later,
ruthless with this.
Note. Okay, preview. Send it. Yeah, it would have been just so simple to let me like start scratching it there. Like you already had this. Like you just, and even here I can't scratch. What are you talking about? No.
Just for that, we're taking away Replicash. Just kidding.
So close. So close.
No, I like it though. It's a good concept. But again, like you also have to master the onboarding and like, again, as fast as possible to like that wow, cool moment. And then once you got people hooked, you give people a little sample, then you can like do all the onboarding stuff and like all like the files, stuff like that.
Yeah, I like that I can send it. Oh, let me try this. Failed to copy link. Doggone.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, let me see if I can. I just want to see if I go visit this link here that it created. Does it let me scratch? Because I just want to scratch. Hey,
there we go.
I'm scratching. All right, give a gift if you match 3, you win. All right.
You need some color contrast on this. It's gray on gray. Like I want it to pop like gold, like boom. But that's cool. It's a cool concept.
There we go.
A lot of potential here.
Give me the scratch immediately.
Yeah.
This is what I wanted. I wanted the U1 because now I know like, oh, this person's going to get the experience. I might then pay you a little bit to go send them that experience. Right? Like that's the hook. That's the hook. I like the concept. Give me the scratch earlier. Go to dashboard. What happens? Okay, this is nice. All right, great. Refer and win. I like it. great concept. I love it. This is an easy little cute thing.
So much potential here. Go to your local grocery store. Like, hey, we're doing a promotion.
Little timeline. It shows me that I sent it to you. It shows me that the link was sent. This is cool stuff here. Scratch. You got my vote. Hang on, let me go back over here.
And I love there's a easy monetization path. You go to stores and say, hey, you can run a promotion, have your people like send your your user list a bunch of scratches, and they win something to come to the store and to redeem it. Like that's how the coupon thing started. Like people wanted to track how things were being purchased, so they put coupons in the newspaper. So this has a similar type of feel. This is really cool.
Yep, love it. Okay, well done. Give me the scratch.
Give me the scratch.
I
want to scratch that itch. Talk about
scratch that.
Like, I need that scratch that itch. Like,
you could have so much fun with that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So something happened here. Code analyzer gave me a system error right from the scratch. Let's see. Can I go back to the dashboard? Telemetry. Okay. Something's crashing when that happens.
Right into
Job
the platform.
registry. Ooh. So something's going on where it's not pulling in the data here. Non-negotiables. You almost never want to use red text on a background like this unless it's like a warning or an error. But we are getting warnings and errors, so I'm not real sure what is again happening here. Yeah, Manny, thoughts?
I mean, again, classic problem, just dropping me right into the platform, no warm up, no context, no nothing. And then it's a lot here too. So you're just gonna have people like massive drop off here.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are creating these like monitoring the situation dashboards, and they're trying to create these like super complex, like, you know, from the open claw thing or whatever. Everybody wants to just like build these mega apps. When what you just saw is like something simple and easy, is it catches our attention immediately. So real-time messaging done right. The next step, built for South Africans. Okay, great. Immediately, real-time messaging. Yep, done right. Okay, I don't know about that, but it's a bold claim. I like it. Built for young South Africans, so it's giving me anchoring me right immediately in a location. Encrypted. Okay, it's got images. Get the app. Learn more. Let's give this guy a minute here. Let's see what happens. Any initial thoughts, Manny, before we try to jump into the demo?
I'd like a little more contrast on that hero image with it's just black on black, a little bit hard to read.
Again, another opportunity to show the app right here too. You know, like I don't know. Get the app.
You can screen record like the app in action, and then you can
this
show
is
that.
actually in the App Store. Come on, baby. Oh, dang.
Niet. It's a cool QR code though.
I know. What? Okay. So let me go. I'm gonna watch this thing. Let's see. Get in sync. Real-time messaging. I do want to try this. If it exists and there's an expo link, I'm gonna try this. So let me pop this over to qualify.
And then the other thing, again, like you're going up against WhatsApp, you're going up against X, like that all have like encrypted messaging. I get that you're doing it, you're targeting at South Africans, but I'm not clear how, like, even like why a South African would go use this, trial test an app that they'd never heard of over WhatsApp and X and all these other and Telegram. Like, you're going up against a beast here. So you have to differentiate somehow or like reconsider your angle here.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna pause this for a second and I'm gonna come to this view for a second, Manny.
Okay.
Let's chat for a second with these folks. Okay, let me I just want to look at some of these comments because this one specifically just jumped out at me. It says, I thought judges would read the description before trying to read the app. Listen, nobody reads anything. We're living in the future, y'all. People just want to click, touch, move around. Like, we saw this with the Buildathon. Literally all the instructions were there. And then people are, I didn't know how to submit a checkpoint. There's a big orange flag that says, submit your checkpoint with a countdown clock. So like, that's what Manny was saying earlier. Like you can't make people think. And what we're going to do, there's 2,500 qualified submissions here, 10,000 total projects in the mix. We don't have time to read descriptions, or we're going to look at your landing page in a blink. That's why we have this 1-minute timer on this clock that we're setting, because that's basically what you're going to get. Like what you're watching is the experience that we are getting as you judge, right? We asked you for a public link and we asked you for a video. And those are the two things that we're going to look at. And then if you catch our attention, then we're going to start digging in, right? So like initially is like grab the attention. We're not going to log into your app. Like there's no time to log into thousands of apps, in a week. And so you have to catch our attention. You have to just again, like we're showing you now in this video process here, in this review process, catch our attention, and then we'll dig in. So yeah, just Any
And,
other add on
and
there?
yeah, and we've been hitting this point again and again. What vibe coding is doing, it's collapsing a lot of roles into one. You're not just a vibe coder. So like, you want to put together a platform, put that out. That's not enough. You also have to be a designer. You also have to think about the workflow, the onboarding, and you also have to be a marketer. And you're marketing to us as well. You're trying to get our attention as judges. And some people do that better than others. If you have a really crisp landing page, if you have good copy, if you posted a video, you got on our radar, that's all part of the selling process. And you're going to continue to see this theme throughout the year. Coinbase just announced like 15% of the folks they're laying off because they're reoriented to being more AI. And one of the things that was missed there is that they're also looking to do one person teams. So instead of having 10 people, they're going to have one person supercharged with AI doing a whole bunch of stuff. And that is going to be a recurring theme. A whole bunch of these roles being collapsed into one. You got to build, you got to market, you got to design, and you got to deliver the full package here.
Yeah, and maybe we should look at that. I literally bookmarked that a second ago.
Oh, it's hot, dude. This was so hot today, bro. This is
Yeah,
important.
this is one of those things where again, Coinbase is laying off 14% of their staff. And a couple of the things they talked about is, they're well capitalized. Everyone's saying this. I think a lot of people over indexed on hiring after COVID, and they're using the economy and some of this AI stuff to just like, especially profitable companies that just try to right size their staff. But what really caught our attention is what Manny just said. What caused me to bookmark this is AI is changing how we work, and then it talks about how it means the no peer managers, right? Everyone's on the playing field, right? Like we're moving past if you're going to manage anything, you're going to manage agents, right? We're not going to hire people for you to just tell people what to do. You need to be an operator is what the takeaway was here, right? Fewer layers, faster decisions, flattening the org structure. And then these AI native pods, concentrating around AI native talent who can manage fleets of agents to drive outsized impact. We'll also be experimenting with reducing pod sizes, including one-person teams with engineers, designers, and product managers all in one role, which is what Manny was just talking about. And this is what we talk about all the time. You're learning as a creator to be the technical, marketing, and like distribution and like the whole package, right? You have to manage the product, you have to build the product, and then you have to take that product to market. And that role is going to become more and more like powerful. And again, that's like what we were talking about. That's where we started at the beginning of the show. It's like teams like us, small teams being able to build platforms like this Buildathon platform that support this type of thing at scale would have taken a whole team. Like there are dedicated product teams that just build and manage Buildathon platforms. And me and Tanner, handled hundreds of thousands of concurrent requests just between the two of us, and neither of us are developers, right? And so these are the types of talents. These are the types of things. And when you see us be critical with your sites, and when you see us be like rough with the idea that you have to catch people's attention, it's because of this. It's because building is no longer the moat, right? It's like this whole package is the moat, and it's what everyone's looking for.
Absolutely. That's a great highlight that you have there, Rabbi. One person AI teams. Print that out, put that on your board somewhere, on your wall somewhere. That's where we're going. And it sort of ties back to what Sam Altman said a couple years back that everybody thought was so crazy that soon we're going to have a $1 billion company that's run by one person. I think that is the end goal, and we're probably going to see that in the next couple of years. But there's a whole bunch of steps before that, and that's like whole teams that are now being run with AI with one person. So that is the trend.
Yeah, and this is just dropping alpha here. We talk all the time about you guys being on the front lines. You're seeing the whole industry kind of be redefined in real time all around us. And one of the things I talk about, like the value of being, regardless of what happens with AI, agentic engineering, and like these vibe code tools, and whatever happens next, wherever this market goes, one thing I am 100% certain about is that Replit is redefining the way teams work. Because what this post about Coinbase and Brian Armstrong just articulated is how Replit has been operating for the last year. And the amplification of the skill set inside of the team at Replit with this tool that we all use to kind of exponentially amplify our skill set is not a thing that has been seen in the market. And the revenue per employee, the efficiency per employee, the amount of things that everyone can do, it's a little overwhelming, right? Because it's new and we're all trying to figure out these new skills. And sometimes it's like you think AI is going to automate something, but then you actually have to work more to manage it. And so like there is another whole level of expectation for you as an operator in this space. But once you enter it, it's like so clear to see what the future is going to look like of work. And it is not about replacing or eliminating jobs. It's about enabling people to do way more than they ever thought possible, and opening up like thousands of sub verticals and industries and niches and little things that people are going to turn into revenue centers and businesses and career paths that nobody ever thought existed. And that is the value of what's happening here. That's what we keep trying to get you to understand. And now I'm going to step off my soapbox.
Yeah. And the great news is that you're so early. Like, I know it could be a little bit intimidating, etc. But if you're on this stream, you are so early. You're like in the 1% right now, and you're seeing these moves being done by fast-moving startups. It was Coinbase today, and I think it was it Box or Block or Square from Jack Dorsey.
Yeah.
He had a similar announcement a month ago. And so you're going to start seeing startups moving this. We actually just moved in this direction ourselves at Replit, where we flattened the org structure. Like, that just happened last week. And so startups are fast to this, and soon it's going to trickle down to the rest of the companies, like the more established companies. But we're really early right now. And you've got, like I say, like a 3-6 month head start before this hits everybody else. This is why we're like so eager to like give you the right advice as honest and truthful, and want to see all of you level up, whether you're building your own businesses or you want to be more competitive of work, or you want to help more people. That's what we want to see for you.
Yeah, 100%. Let's see. I love Replit for this. They're awesome, and we need feedback to get better. Exactly. Oh yeah, we just looked at your app to start out at the beginning. Marmar Labs. Nice.
Oh, thank you, Marmar.
Nice. Marmar. That was a nickname because I have 2 M's in Rymar. So people like long ago used to call me Marmar.
Marmar, we're gonna bring it back. Now you just unleashed the chat, dude.
Anything but Ray.
Okay.
Literally, Uncle Ray to the nephews, but that's it. Anything, it's Rymar. Okay, should we get back to business and start bring the sites back or what?
Let's do it, Marmar.
Don't do it. Don't do that. Oh, I should have shut the
Right. You just unleashed on the chat, dude. That's gonna be a
the
thing
pineapples,
now.
the Marmars, they're all coming for me.
Whenever you say don't do this, the chat goes like, okay.
I know, it's like telling a kid. Okay, next site. Aid Loop, community aid coordination platform. Okay, from verified needs to accountable delivery. Okay, so again, just very plain. We talked about this last time. This feels like a wireframe, not a website. Marmar added to meeting bingo. Oh my God, I'm cooked. I can't wait to read the analysis of this. Okay, Aid Loops helps NGOs, volunteer groups coordinate community aid by identifying families in need. Okay, great. View dashboard, lots of stuff. Okay, and see impact report. Is that the same thing? View dashboard. It's not the same thing, but it feels like the same thing. Right?
And you're wasting a lot of real estate here with Aid Loop being the first headline. Like, think of the headline, not your name of your company, that goes upper left. It's like the headline on a newspaper article, like the fastest way to coordinate aid when you need it, or something to that effect.
Yeah, and again, aid is it's a hard word to understand unless you're in English. Like assistance, community assistance platform, or coordinate community assistance, or like help. I don't know. I don't know. Like, aid is in the logo up here. I don't know that you need to use it, like Manny was saying, in your then description. It's almost using like the word to define the word. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you learn that kind of in school. Like, you try to use a different word to define the word so you can help add additional context, rather than just like emphasizing a thing someone might not already understand. Viewing as an NGO admin. Okay, I like this, that I can change the view, but it's not doing anything different. So enter app. Okay, it's still not doing anything. Deliveries, impact report, sponsor. Okay, I mean, again, it seems like a lot there. I'm not really sure what it does. Identify families, verify needs. Yeah, just a little bit of clarity, a little bit of visual impact. Like, this is just not going to catch attention, I think.
Also consider like a hero page, like someone like that's maybe like on the. Okay, we're moving on.
All right, so again, right into the app. Clubs, I don't know, event setup, demo tournament. Yeah, bracket, create a bracket. Draw main draw, create. Oh, I like that. That's the app. Listen, you got all these things. You know how many times people just need to create a bracket?
Simple.
And there you did it with one click. lucky draw. I can print it. Okay, look, it already assigned teams. So I'm imagining if I had clubs or teams already set up that it would come into the event. Where do I get to my bracket though? You lost me now. How do I get back? Oh my God. No. You know, like I just created it. Was that this? Where was it? Is it this? I don't know. You lost me. I was in, now I'm out, you know, and now I'm like, I don't want to do the work again. You know? So let's add a clock there because I think it's
a cool concept. It's poorly packaged and marketed.
Yes. Tournament grade again. Paddle Addicts. There. Is this it? Oh, that's not it. Demo tournament. Okay. There. So here's what I would have liked to see here, because I think you're close. I would have liked to come in and said tournament grid, the easiest way to run your next blank tournament, and then have the Mad Libs, padel, pickleball, soccer, pool, whatever, you know, because now I'm in. And then that tournament, dude, running and managing brackets is a pain in the ass. Because like knowing how to space them to make sure everything ends up right, and the buy rounds and like how to rank and manage those. Like, so that's the lead to me. That was the lead thing here, and it's lost. I literally can't even find the one I just created. So I stumbled into it by accident, and then I can't get back to it. So here it is, I see. But yeah, Manny, thoughts?
Yeah, I think this is nice, a good concept, and I think it's very simple. At least it could, on your landing page, it could be like create your custom bracket in minutes, share with friends. You can add like a community aspect, like people can like talk to each other and stuff like that. There's a lot of potential here, but it just needs to be marketed a little bit more. And I think there's also another instance of over engineering your product. I think it's like the bracket thing is simple enough and straightforward enough. It solves enough of a pain point that you just go with that, make that your centerpiece, and then orient everything around there. And then I also like the fact that I think it would be straightforward for you to find potential users for this. So if you go onto Reddit or on X and you see anybody putting together a bracket, you can say like, hey, like I created this bracket builder, super easy for you to build bracket, check it out. So that's another thing you have to be thinking about as well. How easy would it be for you to find your potential users and get them to take a CTA? That's going to be strong signal in terms of your product and your landing page and your copy.
Listen, I just gave you another minute. We're at 4 minutes on this site. So just so you know how close you are to something really cool here. This club logo, the finance events, it's great. It's great. What you're missing is the hook. You're literally missing like start the bracket. And then I would have like March Madness just ended. I would have college NCAA football on here. Like I would have examples of like really high profile brackets that have been completed or that I've mapped out to show people. And like Manny said, one click, start your next tournament here, and then slowly introduce me to the rest of it, right? As I need to add an organization into the bracket, then let me fill in an organization or send a link to that organization so that they can fill it out for me and I don't have to do the work, right? And then you have like a real easy onboarding flow. You have a really nice like entry into whatever this thing is, you know? So you're so close here. You're so close.
And make your life easier. Like instead of maintaining 10 features, just do one really, really well. And then as people ask for the different features, then build it out. But yeah, make yourself life easier as a builder.
Yep. Okay. On to the next. Oh, the app is not live. Why are you guys submitting dev URLs? Let's see what link is here. Yeah. Oh, Replit.app.
No, yeah,
it's not. It's just not.
It's just down.
Either not published or either it's not published or learn how to publish your app. Got to keep the app deployed if you want the feedback. Okay, Polytechnic notes and PYQs. Technical terms. I do not know these terms. I'm not sure. Somebody probably is. So it makes sense to somebody. So I could just not be the ideal audience here. But okay, let's click download. What am I going to download? Dangerous. Oh no, what did I do?
Oh, dang, dude.
Ooh, child. Some schema, some kind of PDF. All right. I don't know what that is. Okay. So it's some kind of like
a transcript?
Sample, yeah, the transcript or notes or like some agenda or what do they call those things at the beginning of a class? Syllabus or something?
Syllabus. Yes, that's right.
Trying to remember words I haven't heard in forever. Okay. Designed for students by students. I like that. I could see that up here. Paddage, yeah, I just don't know. I'm just not familiar with this, so it doesn't resonate with me. It's nice. Preview. Okay. Oh.
Next.
On to the next. Your messy folders quietly sorted. Hygiene scans a folder you grant access, cluster your files into real products. I like the image. I like the little visual, like little genie throwing a little on the files. I like that, a little magic on them.
Good copy hits the pain point right away. Everybody has messy folders, quietly
Right.
sorted.
Open app, try demo. Let's see. Oh, okay, right into it. Documents, 5 files. Let's see, desktop, 5 files. Hygiene. Let's give this a minute because we're in it.
I like the mascot.
Yeah, it's like
That's
the little.
that's clever.
Yeah, demo mode. Okay. Let's see. Try demo. Generate plan. If I just click it, what happens? Executive moves file via the file system. Read me into each new row. Clustering your files into project folders. So I don't know what these project folders are. Add source folder. Is it going to let me? Okay.
Yeah, see, like somebody already just dropped, like, oh yeah, I need that one. That's exactly the reaction you want. If somebody, like within 3 seconds, you want somebody to say, like, oh yeah, I need that. Perfect.
Yeah. What can you do?
What can you do? Why am I here?
I can help you organize your files by planning and executing folder structures and file movements based on your preference. Currently, you've set up a draft plan with 9 new folders and 15 file moves. You can ask me to modify the plan, execute it, or undo changes. Oh, okay. So execute. About this plan, apply the plan. So that was hidden down there. Like somewhere up in here, should be like I saw this. The plan button. I'm going to give this another extension. That call to action is kind of hidden down here. So this execute.
This is really good feedback here too. Somebody saying like, I need this for my iPhone photos. So you might pivot and just focus on iPhone photos. Because the other thing is if you're asking to get access to my local docs, that is a high bar. Like I am not going to give anybody access to my local docs. So photos maybe, but not docs.
Yeah. It's so nice of Rymar that you try to understand the app and not give up. Yeah. Which is more than most people will do, to be honest.
Yeah.
So we're trying to be fair to you. I know we can't get to everyone through this stream, Okay, so 15 files, show 9 errors. So it did some stuff, view what changed. So it's showing like lots of stuff that happened. I want to open up the files. Am I missing that? Let's see, undo. Okay, so I like that I can undo it. I like that I can regenerate. Session cost. Okay, so it showed me how much I just spent in AI. I like that. Clear conversation. I kind of wish I could open the doc. Like, where are the documents that I have just edited and stuff? That's my only criticism here. Is like it shows me that it did stuff, but I don't really know what changed. Like view what changed. Okay, the view what changed. Yeah.
You could probably also do like a desktop emulator and show like a desktop and say like, oh, like here are your files here, and then here is Hygiene working, and now it's organized, and you can click and stuff like that. That would be cool demo too.
Yeah, Hygiene. Let's go ahead and put this into. Let's give him a little bit of cash.
Give him some cash.
A little walking around money
for that genie.
Yeah.
Nice little genie action.
Okay,
there.
And this is where it's smart. Okay, so let's do this. A little Buildathon insights for the next time around. For the 556 people who are watching live right now, and anybody watching into the future. When you submit to the Buildathon, the reason we ask you for a public link is so that we have a page that we can get to. There is almost always going to be time between your final submission and when we get to reviewing your site. The reason you want a public page that you can control in Replit, and the reason we give you this option, is so that you can continue to make improvements and adjustments, and so that you could take feedback like what we're giving you and maybe go implement that. And maybe we go back and check the app and see that you've made improvements, and we consider that in the judging process, right? If you lock yourself into a static thing or just a fixed deployment, or it's just a social post that you use, then you can't edit or modify that. And so again, this is why we ask for a public landing page, so that you can iterate quickly, so that you can, as you notice stuff, make updates and continue tinkering. Obviously, the spirit of the Buildathon was what can you build in 24 hours, but the end state is like, wow us, And so like you should be using that to your full advantage every time you can. And the best way to do that is to give yourself a space that you can just, if this is a product you believe in, it's going to iterate over time, right? And so anyway, just some advice for future rounds, Manny. Any other thoughts in that line?
That's a good tip, yeah, because everything else gets submitted and the checkpoint gets closed. That ended on Sunday, but the live site you can continue to change and publish updates to. And to your point, Rymar, we might not get to some of these until Wednesday or Thursday. So like you've got some time to do some updates. So if you're getting the feedback here, like definitely make those changes and push it live.
Yeah, and again, like there's no real way for us to know. You know, like I'm not telling you that like again, the challenge and the promotion was 24 hours to build for free. But that doesn't mean you can't spend your own money or that you had to stop building. There was never in the rules that said now you have to stop, right? The rules was just like here's this period of time to build something cool, show us what you can do in these 24 hours and then sell us on that. But yeah, again, I see some people a little confused or saying this, that, the other, but like we are in the era of, you know, move fast, break things. And yeah, I don't know.
And the key point here is if you stick around for the last quarter of these streams, you get some real insider tips. So good move there, y'all.
Yeah, 100%.
This is where all the alpha comes because we're getting a little loopy now. We're going to the second hour. So we just start letting things go.
Yeah. Well, and again, like the essence of what I just said is not to like there's no you're not cheating, right? But like let's say you realize something was broke, just like we did with the Buildathon site. We published the Buildathon site, you guys are in there building, and then we've crap, this thing is let me go in and fix that, right? And then we publish, it's out there, and the next time you go in, the thing is fixed. And so like if you're talking about just refining the app and making sure it works and making it bulletproof, like all those things are perfectly acceptable in the scope of this competition. All we said was, hey, we're going to subsidize and pay for your work for these 24 hours of time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We essentially give you $10,000 in credits to get started. So anything like you know, anything additional to that, I think it's just like bonus for y'all on your own time.
Okay, so here's the next one that opened up. I'll start the clock back at 58 seconds. And Waleed Salim, medical representative, looks like built himself a little link in bio site here.
Okay.
Oh,
you can call him. Get him on the phone, dude. Let's see if he picks up. Salim, we're reviewing your app, dude. What's going on? Why are we doing this? Like, what are you selling us?
I'm literally like,
we're like doxing this guy now. Okay, try not
available.
to put your personal phone number on your website,
yeah,
guys.
Right. Well, it is a public link in bio page that was submitted here. So anyway, we tried to call you. It didn't go through on my phone. I'm sure this is useful for yourself. I don't know if there's anything more for us to explore here. So we'll just go ahead to the next one. Dang.
Friction, like immediately, like work for me. And you don't tell me anything. You don't give me any reason why I should do this work.
Whoa, number leaked. Yep. We definitely doxed him. We tried to call him though. We're gonna, yeah. I watched this comedian who like, that's part of his total sidebar here. I can't even remember his name, but that's what he does. Like he does crowd work and all of a sudden like he's talking with somebody and then they get some story from the crowd and he's like, let's call him. And then they just have this moment where they call people. So anyway,
we might try that.
We've talked about doing some call-ins. Yeah, 100%. We should do that. Okay. Anyway, we're going to use the rest of the 24 seconds just to tell you, don't do this. Don't just send us a QR code. Like almost nobody is going to like randomly see a QR code for an app and be like, oh, I should for sure download this. Like never. You have to sell me. Give me the landing page. Like ask the agent to build you a landing page for this. You could have this exact same information on a landing page, but it would at least tell me what is unit fix. Maybe this was the Buildathon winner and you just eliminated yourself. So
and particularly why it's so easy to put together a landing page. We now have multi-artifacts in one project. So if you already built the mobile app, just go into Replit and say, build me a landing page for that. Put a URL on it and it's public. And then like you could do it. So it'll take you like 10 minutes. No reason to have just that page.
This is why I love the crowd. Mojo Brooks. That's the guy's name.
Yeah. Let's go. Chat for the win.
Let's call him, bro. Matt Rife is also very funny. Mojo Brooks is a totally different. Yes, they both have great crowd work. I love that we're dissecting comedy on the show here. But yeah.
Chat with the W.
Okay. Let's see. Who spent the most money building? Somebody spent more
10K.
than 10K.
Yeah. I think...
Let's go.
I thought it was more than that. I thought somebody spent like 15K, 20K.
I don't know the number that went out in the officially
10K.
10K plus.
Crazy.
Yeah, one user over 24 hours, then 331 apps,
Mm-hmm.
4x the total load, 500,000 projects edited in a 24-hour window, and then 176 country with hundreds of thousands of participants. Now, this was not all these people participated in the Buildathon.
Right.
In the Buildathon, I think we had like, what was it, like almost 23,000 total signups. and then 9,000, 9,800, I don't know, almost 10,000 projects created with 2,300-ish qualified submissions. So yeah.
Yeah, I think what we saw some folks doing multiple pages with Replit and then multiple projects, and then also just going in and dropping in a whole bunch of tasks in parallel. So that's the way you would get there.
Please give us a recap. How many credits did we spend? I know
We've been
that's not
talking
gonna
about this.
it's not gonna happen, I don't think. Not immediately, but if you so again, a little bit more alpha. Let's say we're on this Buildathon page. If you've not spotted this, on your profile, there is this builder profile link. This is not really public or promoted yet, but it is out there and alive. So I guess it technically is public, but we haven't really pushed this into the world. We showed you this before, but this is kind of proof of work for vibe coders here. And this is available to everyone who is part of the Buildathon. And you can come in here and you can see your activity. You can see a builder score. This is a very rough kind of relative anchoring to like the rest of the community. And you can see the prompts over the last 90 days. And this will get more robust. It's the total checkpoints, your prompt spent. We are not showing you your dollars here. That's not something that we're planning yet in any capacity. But if you guys want to see stuff added to this, or if there's things you would like to see, I know the guy who's building this. So yeah, leave it in the chat. You know?
You're very familiar.
Yeah. He and I go way back. Okay, back to live scanner. Let's restart the clock here with a minute. All right, we got 57 seconds and we got dumped into OmniTrack. Live scanner, real-time object classification and threat detection. Initialize feed. Please allow camera access. Okay, start camera. Please allow camera access. Why
Access
don't you?
denied.
I know, but you got to like prompt me to do that. Like you expect me to go to my settings and like turn it on for this browser without giving me an option to click here? You know, like I got to work for that? I don't think so.
Yeah, and this tells me they didn't test it with some users, at least at the on, either by themselves or like friends and family, because you should get like a little pop-up on your browser that says like, oh, authorize this camera here. Chrome will do that all the time, but you just didn't configure that correctly.
Yeah, and then it's not letting me go back. I ended up on a dead page here.
And also, again, you dropped me right into the platform. To like, that's still friction. Even if I have to turn on my camera, I don't want to do that for anybody. Like, I just randomly meet an app that's OmniTrack. I don't know if I want to turn on my camera. You got to give me a reason to do that, especially if you're asking for stuff like camera access. You're asking for my local docs. You're asking for anything medical, anything like that. Like, just appreciate there's like a high bar for that. So you're gonna have to give me a really good reason why I'm gonna trust a random app that I came across.
Yeah. Okay, so I got back to the app, all verdicts, safe only. Okay. Yeah, I just don't know what it's supposed to do. So, okay. And then this next tuco, which is what popped up here, is refusing to connect. Let's see what the URL is. tuco.org. So again, it's not, let's see if I come here. I go to public URL. Oh, hey.
Okay.
All right, so let's do this real quick. Let me pause
Tuco.
this. So
It's a fun name.
Yeah. Aprenda, revise, suba nos rankings, seja aprovado. Comencia agora. Oh, this is a Portuguese. This is one of our Brazilian friends. Veja como funciona. Let's see how it works.
Oh, it's just like, it's like a little, okay.
Do you guys hear this or no?
No, we don't hear it.
You say you don't?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's in Portuguese. It's introducing me to the app. Okay.
Again, Replit agent will do internationalization for you very, very easily. Just say, hey, like translate this into many languages. Give me an option on top right for people to swap to different languages. It's like a one shot.
Yeah. Bienvenido. So this is news. This is like news. I speak Spanish and a little bit of Portuguese. I can read and understand a little bit. Explore the content. Okay. All right. So here's some content. Yeah, it would, let's see. Okay, so I can search. Looks like just tons of information organized here. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so it's like some kind of quizzing app.
And why are we seeing so many gold on black themes here? Like, did Agent get like an update? It's like, hey, do all the UI in gold and black? Like I feel like 50% of our projects have been that theme.
Yeah. Ooh, we've got some self payments in the house. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Mm.
Well, this is a good point to a good point to explain Replicash. Somebody asked
Yeah.
about what Replicash is, so maybe you want to do that too.
Yeah, let's take some time to do that. Let me just make sure this is paused over here. Okay, it is paused. Okay, so Replicash, every voting cycle, we issue Replicash to your project. So if we go to Marcelo's wallet here, you'll see there's investable assets, and this was the manual issuance, and then favorites, milestones, and you can also, for scoring projects, you can earn Replicash. So we sent out 1,500 to anybody who created a project, and then 6,000 to anybody who submitted the final checkpoint. So your max potential here was the 7,500, and then you can ideally invest that in other people's projects, or you could invest it in yourself. So Tuco invested it in himself and paid a significant tax on that money. You pay a 75% tax versus paying somebody else and then maybe seeing if they'll pay you and getting a little bit more value for your money. So those are your investable assets. That's money you can earn that we send out just for participating and for just different activities on the app that will end up in your wallet. That becomes money you can invest. The project earnings is what people invested into you. This then becomes your wallet that you can go spend if you're in the gallery and you see this framed prints, or if you're at the on the activity feed and you see this content here. This bid, I can't bid because I don't have an active project in this Buildathon, but you would see an option to place a bid here. And you can see that India Comic Platform has bid 7,200 Replicash for the next spot. So the bid increases in $250 increments. And this is basically like a live advertising platform that you can use to build exposure across the Buildathon platform. And the judges panel, you all, if you're looking at this, just have the list view and then this grid view. I'm not going to go into the Kanban view, but judges and admins have this Kanban view, which is how we're judging and scoring and grading and organizing these projects. And we see the same ad. So as you're earning content and distributing your project, the goal is to get people to invest in your product, invest in your project. And as you get investments, we'll see like the Replicash, you see the transaction history here. So yeah, and then it costs $8,700 to run an ad. So you get people to invest, and then you hopefully run an ad. And hopefully as you run an ad, people either reinvest in your project or you get spotted. We have the ability to spotlight projects as admins. We don't use that a lot because most spotlights are paid for, so we don't want to like boot somebody who's paid for an ad. But yeah, there's a lot of cool things inside of here with the Replicash. And then there's if you go into your profile in the wallet, there is a link here. And then inside the Discord, we just shared another link about what the Replicash is. So there's a couple videos you can watch. If you have any questions, folks in the Discord will share. It's one of the fun things we've done to just kind of gamify and incentivize folks to help score. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but you may or may not get rewarded for investing your money in the top projects. So if you are one of the top investors in the winning projects, there may or may not be a little something your way. So what we're trying to do is encourage the audience and the crowd themselves to help us point attention at the projects that deserve it.
I really love that concept. I think that's one, it's so helpful for us. And if we have somebody out there that has a really good eye, I'm looking at you, Tommy, and is putting their money or their Replicash where their mouth is, like it would be nice to see like who has the most return on their investment, so to speak.
Correct.
And like, hey, if you were able to pick out like a couple of the winners, like I think you should get something for that. That's a really good idea.
Correct.
I keep telling everybody, like most people get their best ideas in the shower. Rymar gets his best ideas live on stream. Dude, we gotta like double the time of the stream, dude. 4 hours, 6 hours.
Listen, so here's the dream. The dream is Rymar's just building, and even while you're like, imagine the agents just always working on these community stack. And there's like these community projects that are just, you know, people start to get to know the chat scrape app, this Buildathon hub, like some of these things that we're using, the community CRM, like these tools that we're kind of using, people start to get intimate with what they are and how we're building them. And then we start showing the world, not just how do you build cool software, but how do you maintain this stuff? Like the thing we did with Tanner a little bit earlier, where we're just kind of like talking about the process of not just building this initial app, but like managing it over time, optimizing it for performance. And then while the agent's building and while we're tinkering and teaching that stuff, we start introducing you to all these different partner projects, all these different people across the company that are doing cool things, even folks in the community who are building all these projects. And so we really are hoping to evolve these live streams and this whole platform into more of a interactive media slash live lobby type concept where we can do these things, where we can teach, help you grow, but then also with distribution. It's going to be such an important piece to help you all get out into the real world, that as we build this media entity, to be able to reach out to you all and say, like, just like we've elevated some folks in Discord to moderators, imagine if in these buildathons or in some of these systems we had like a trusted role inside of Discord, which gives you just a little bit more permission, a little bit more access. And that just means that, hey, you've shown us that you're not spamming the system or just trying to take advantage of things, or you're actually offering value back into this community. And some kind of like, again, just real cool way to figure out how do we build the relationship between you all as the public community that's really like bringing this product to life, and us as the people who are bringing the product, and like how do we just this really cool feedback and iterative loop that makes it a lot of fun to not just build, but to like take your products to market. Anyway, soapbox off again.
Love it.
Where are we at? How do you want? I mean, we're right at the top of 2 hours. We could do more. We could wait till the office hours tomorrow. How you feeling? What should we do? Should we ask the crowd? How you feeling, Manny?
I think the crowd had their way, would probably go for another 2 hours too. With the amount of alpha we're dropping, I'd say do a couple more and then let's wrap it. And as you're doing that, I just also want to suggest that you still also take the time to put out your video. Because I've seen a couple of good examples. I'm posting them on X as I find them. So head over to my X page and check out some of the videos that I posted. But just a couple of comments on some of the ones that I've seen, the ones that I've really liked. They're short. They're kind of like they're fun. They tell me a little bit about the builder, the process in terms of what they built, and then they show a little bit of the app that they've built. The most recent one that I dropped just earlier today, Reimar, was like this guy. He's a vibe coder, and he went on a ride along with a contractor, and he was taking notes. It was like, oh, this is what you're doing. Here's what you're doing, and then he vibe coded an app based on what he learned. And I just thought, one, the way he presented it, really good. It was very short, very captivating. And then two, I just thought like that is the $1 billion playbook. If you can replicate that, you're going to win. Because again, I keep saying like the number one thing you have to lock in on is the pain point. And you also have to do it on a niche level. What's the best way to do that? Go tag along with someone and just they'll complain in terms of what they hate about it. Then you have a bunch of ideas, vibe code that, send it back to that person and other people in that area or in that career or in that industry, and get them to try it. And that to me is like a foolproof cycle or playbook for how to win in the era of vibe coding. And I just really love that video. I encourage everybody to go check that out. Great tips there.
Yeah. And I think again, going back to, I'm gonna open this up because it's kind of fun just watching the activity feed happen in real time while we're chatting here. But yeah, like you said, just the building is part of it, and then also that distribution. So creating that video, I heard some people saying like they're really disappointed they had to create a video to go to publish this. We never said you had to put your face in the video.
I encouraged it.
Yeah, but it's not a requirement,
Right?
Requirement, correct. It is encouraged because again, like we are in this AI era where it's very easy to just go and tell people whatever you want. The video of you anchors the experience to humanity, right? And when you're dealing with these small scale stuff, right? Like we talked about Replit and the amount of traffic we sent to this project, and like, but Replit's a massive company with big user bases and lots of traffic. You are not Replit. You are a startup founder trying to get your tiny little idea off the ground. And so you can't approach the same way as somebody else might, right? Like, and so you have to think about, how do I make this personal connection with somebody who might want to spend money with me, who might want to sign up for my product? And to do that, you have to build trust as quickly as possible, right? And to build trust, that means humanizing the product, because as good as AI is, we are all still humans and we are still the consumers of these products. And so again, you have to think about, how do you connect with the actual audience in order to pull them in for the next step? And these buildathons are just a microcosm of the greater market, right? If you think it's hard to get attention in a buildathon with 2,500 submissions, go step out into the real world where there's millions of people every day trying to do exactly this.
Mm-hmm. Totally. And one other key theme here is that, people aren't necessarily buying your app, they're buying you. They're buying into you as a person. If they trust you, if they think that you're going to be the one that's going to solve the problem for them. And then this whole adage that people buy from people. So that's I think why I encourage you to put your face on the video, because that just builds so much more credibility. Because no one's going to go and try out an app that they've never heard of. You don't have any goodwill in that brand, so it's all going to be about you. I think it's going to do 95% of the lifting in terms of whether they trust you to go and check it out, and whether or not you've articulated their pain point and that you've come across as a credible person that could actually solve it.
Yeah, let's see. Video to build, humanize and build trust. My website demo were created using Replit. Yeah, of course. And you can use the tools. The slides is a great way. A voiceover on a slide deck and you just screen record the slides is a great way to do a demo.
And one other thing here, Reimer, I think something that maybe we should call out a little bit more is, I think there's other hackathons that are happening, and winning there is like, oh, you build something that you can share with your friends. But what we're seeing people build businesses on Replit. We're seeing people generate real revenue. You see me calling them out every so often and really building like production grade. Like, we're not just trying to have you build something that's kind of cute and you feel good about in like a day or a weekend. We're trying to have you develop a real skill that you can leverage and monetize over time, that you can put in front of your teammates, that you can put in front of real users, and you can actually generate real revenue from, that is really going to make an impact on your life. And so that's part of the reason why we're setting up these buildathons the way that we are. We're like, yeah, like we could say like, oh, just add your link and you get like a little prize at the end of the competition, like good for you. But no, like we want you to build the thing. We actually go get users. We want you to go market it. We actually want you to build something that's actually going to move the needle in your life, not just feel good for the weekend. So I think that's part of what we're trying to get at here, Reimer, that we maybe haven't articulated as much. Is like we're trying to have you like build like standout business and actually like make some money on this, or like actually like really make an impact in people's lives. And that's the reason why we architect the buildathons the way that we do.
Yeah. Yes. I'm just, oh, don't tell me. Okay. I wonder if that was causing the issue. Okay.
The web scraper thing?
Yeah. The comment stopped. Okay. I wonder, because we were having some issues with Restream earlier. I wonder what happened there. But okay, let's should we do a few more? I'm
couple more. Close this out. Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's close on a high note. Let's see. Like,
well, remember last time we stumbled into like the winner right at the end there, or not like yes. Okay, so the automated digital revenue hub. What that mean? Launch Studio. Okay, great. Select an asset template. Receptionist bot. This type of form is tough because I still see all the options and I don't know if I did the right thing. Am I supposed to go here or am I supposed to go here? Right? Like, should I click this? Okay, now it's this. And then this? I don't know.
We might have to shorten the time clock here.
Yeah.
Try to cycle to get to banger before we close out.
Right. Okay. So I'm just not sure what this is supposed to do. Suggest configuration. Yeah. Name your asset. Test. Build failed. Okay, well, build another machine. I don't know what this is supposed to do.
And that text a little truncated.
Yep. Okay. I guess it's going to let it just go to the next one. Your groceries sourced. Grocer Run finds the best version of every staple grocery item calibrated to what you actually care about. How do you know that?
It's a little wordy.
Source my groceries. Okay, Grocer Run. I kind of like the name, Grocer Run. I like, okay, let's get to know you. 12 quick questions, about 90 seconds. We don't have 90 seconds.
Friction.
Biohacker, okay. Oh, don't do that. Especially don't do like
too much friction.
Yeah, like you don't have time for a slow animation like this in between. It should be instant. It should be instant.
And again, before the money shot, before you give me a reason to care, like, I'm not going to do this.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So this is just, I'm going to keep clicking, but we're going to run out of time here on this one. We're just going to let the clock run down here and see how far we can get. Just clicking random. Okay. Dislikes, I don't know. Cuisine preference. Oh. Didn't get to the goods. Okay, when Maya asks, where do babies come from? I'll tell them a story. Okay, you got my attention. I'm immediately giving you more time here.
Yes, let's go.
First of all, design, things happening, video, click, okay. Stuff to like. Okay, you guys can't hear that, but it's playing.
I get it. It's
Yeah.
got the right theme, the right design.
Ask anything. Okay. Oh, great. Grandma Rose will read it. Change. I can change the name. Let's have mom read it. Oh, I can record mom's voice. Beautiful. Okay. I like that. I can edit or delete that. I can add a different voice. This is great. I'm loving this. Any thoughts, Manny? Like, what do you?
If you can, yeah, main landing page, and can you scroll down the main landing page? Okay, so it gets my attention. 3 little steps. Cool.
I like
My
the
collection.
character. It's the font's playful. It's very easy to see and read. Contrast is nice. Why is the sky blue? There's a story. I might have liked to see that a little higher up. You know, talk about it. Okay, this is great. Print this as a real book.
You might, yeah, I think you might consider. Oh, they did a demo at the front. That was nice. Yeah, so you have the demo right away, like the money shot.
Yep, and I can. Oh, and it's kind of like a Tinder cards, swipe cards kind of thing that you can swipe through the story. Okay, this.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm gonna give it a little bit more time, and I'm gonna go.
Get some cash.
Yeah, this is cool.
Again, you saw immediately before we read the copy. We know it's for kids. It's for families. So that, like, I didn't. That's another test. Like, maybe like blur out the text, and ask someone like, "Hey, who do you think this is targeted for?"
Yeah. Okay. Great. Nice, Yash. Nice work. I like this. We're gonna definitely take a closer look at this internally. Okay. I gave an extra minute just to count that, so we'll just move on. But it's been flagged. Share what you watch. Discover what's next. Watch shelf. Okay. We saw something like this on the last Buildathon. I wonder if this is the same project here. Let's see. Get started. It's free. I like that. Okay. Browse trending. What happens if I click in? Oh, nice. Okay. It's got the whole cast. This is nice. I'd be. Ooh, okay. So that was a nice little add to watch shelf. So I just kind of clicked and you caught me into like a little conversion. Okay, I like that. Okay, let's put some clock here because I want to check out what else is here. This is nice. Recent reviews. Okay, I don't know if they're real, but they're there and you've got data. Okay, TV shows, YouTube. I'd be interested to know, did you add this content yourself? Did you automate this? Is this pulling from somewhere? Because I like that you've got real movies, real data. I don't know that it's real, but nobody does, right? So like it feels real. And at least you've got my attention now, right? Now I'm looking, oh, look, I can go see where it's at. Beautiful. You know, like I can click out. That wasn't the right link, by the way. Okay, so those are not actual live links. So maybe it's not. Okay, great. So it's not perfect. But you got me, right? Like I believe it. I understand what's happening. I can rate this. Okay, great. Create an account to do that. That's great. Let me just pause this and let's go through. Yeah, this is. What do you think, Manny?
I'd like to like maybe change up the design a little bit.
Angelina.
Angelina.
Sorry.
Hey.
Angelina in the house.
Oh, hey, Angelina. What's up?
Yeah. Okay.
I love Angelina. She's always on my socials, linking me on stuff. So really appreciate Angelina here.
Super active. And if Tasha is out from Redact IQ, these links are thanks to her. These were hidden before, and
she's in the chat too. Great.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Oh, Angelina is?
Yeah, Angelina, what I would love to see is maybe switching up the design a little bit, because again, it's this black and gold. And think about it, like when you see black and gold, you think like prestigious, luxury kind of thing. And I'm not sure that's what you're going for. Movies are supposed to be fun, cool. So like maybe thinking about the design a little bit. The other thing here is like, again, this is kind of general. Like, how are you going to go up against the IMDb's of the world where you can get this automatic? So I would think about what's the fun little twist that you might put on it. And I would maybe add like a social element, like maybe talk more about that, like share, like, pin the things that you're watching now, talk with your friends in real time, share on a regular basis. Like
she does have it in here. It's just a little like, check it out, watch together.
It's hidden, right? Okay.
It's the next step down. What I'm thinking is like, this could be a gallery. I see it's trying to be a gallery. But yeah, like what you're saying, Manny, this might be like the hook, right? Like watch together or like, compare notes with friends, right? Like I like this, see what your friends are into. So I think like what you're saying, Manny, these are the things that like a Netflix or IMDb doesn't maybe do so well.
Right.
And so yeah, like you could lead with the things that make those, and I like the watch. It'd be even more cool if I could connect it to Netflix or connect it to some of these other services and it just does the stuff. That's what I'm thinking. Like this is one of those things that like it's cool on the front end, but it could also get stale really quickly. So that's why I was like, hey, is this real data? Where are you pulling this stuff from?
Or the other angle here might be like, oh, schedule viewing with your friends
Mm,
asynchronously. So like, oh, I'm going to watch this at this time on Sunday, and like have friends join, and then at like you have an appointment and you all watch together and you chat in the app together in real time. So like, you get the mimic the experience of watching it together, but you do it via the web app. That would be cool.
yeah, and I see somebody suggesting here a spin wheel. Yeah, like a randomized something,
Mm.
like how much time do I have? What kind of genre do I want to watch? And then let me spin the wheel until I hit something interesting, Um,
Yeah, like a
okay,
Netflix party.
that's
Yeah.
nice. We did flag this. Okay, great. So let me just close some of these extra tabs that we got up here.
Should we do one more or close it up?
Yeah, let's see what the next one is. See your real profit, not just revenue. Okay. Profit loop pulls every cost, adds content into one view. Okay, start free, sign in. Build for sellers who need answers. What are we selling? Real profit. I don't know. The Profit OS for online sellers. It's got like a lot of buzzwords, but I don't really know. Like, and then I got to log in to see it. I got to sign in to see it. Can I get a
Mhm.
demo or something? Yeah, Manny, any thoughts?
I think also like gotta niche down, like for who? Like I think you got to be specific on a particular ICP
Right.
here.
Right. Yeah. Is this like for affiliates? Is it for resellers? Is this for drop shippers? Is this
Mm.
for what? Is this e-commerce? Is it Etsy stores? Like who is this for?
It's like every business has a profit problem, right? So like you're telling me you're going to solve it for every business?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay. Why don't we do this? Oop. Let's see if we can find one more.
Cycle through till we get a
One more
banger, bro.
banger. Yeah. Chat with your tax return. Okay. This might be a real need. I hate it all. I hate it all. I do like this graphic. Your tax return threaded into a conversation. This would be a good one to show me a demo. Try with a sample tax return. There it is.
And the other thing is like, how are you going to do better than me just dropping it into an AI assistant?
And I don't want to download the form. I want to click the button. You already have the form. Why would I download it to then upload it to you? Like, what kind of sense does that make? All right, next. Sorry. Don't know how I'm gonna judge this because
Again, guys, just one prompt, make this international for me. An agent will do it.
yeah. Sorry.
It's a nice UI though. It's distinctive.
Yeah.
Nice little gradients. Look at that. That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and there seems to be some stuff here. I would definitely. This is one of those where I would definitely go in and ask it to give me a little translation job. Give me a little internationalization, man. Okay, next.
World Wide Web.
Swim Pulse. Join your team. Again, what am I doing? Track swim, celebrate progress. Great.
And also no clerk integration on the auth. Everybody, like if you don't have an option to log in with your Google account, you haven't used the clerk integration that we have in there. Do that. So much easier. People people will log into Google stuff really fast, much faster than creating a new account.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Unlock your mind, build inner power, transform your life.
Ooh.
Okay. This looks like
I need that.
Protsenko, psychologist, mental performance consultant. Okay. Look at this. English and Ukrainian. Look at that. Look
There
at what
we
happens
go.
there.
See, thank you. Thank you. Easy.
Let's go.
Finally.
Okay. English. Is this a real person? It looks like a real person.
Yeah,
right?
no, it looks like it's a website for her business.
This is like correct.
Perfect.
Athletes of all levels, 3 pathways of transformation. Let's see. High level psychology, sports psychology, little programs, some real pictures of real life. Okay.
Yeah.
Are we sure? Let me look at the fingers. Let me look at the hands. Are we sure this is real, bro?
I think so. Why would somebody put together a app?
Hey, bro, we live in the future and AI is everywhere. Why put a pretty girl on your app? I don't know. Why would you do that? I'm sorry. No, I'm not trying to dismiss this. I'm just like looking at the hands and trying to understand,
I think this is perfect for what it is, right? Someone's going to look you up like, and they're going to go to your website and this is professionally done. It's nice. It's got good design and it's enough. Like people will check the box. Oh, this is a serious person. I'm really willing to do business with this person. So I think for what it is, it's perfect.
Straight into WhatsApp chat. Okay. Let's see. All right, let's go let's see. Online sports psychology seminar. Use it now. Hot offer. Back to WhatsApp. So you're trying to get me into WhatsApp. Okay, that makes sense. Contact, start the conversation. services. Okay, let me pause this and just go see what this is about. At least the picture on the profile matches, so that's a good signal.
Go to the go to the LinkedIn or Instagram. This is
Um,
the real person, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Reimar's like, dude, like you're so suspicious.
My
now,
AI,
dude.
my
Your
AI radar
dude.
is always just like
You're on X too much, dude. You're like, is anybody real? Like, man, are you real? I don't even know if you're real. I'm
Hey,
real, bro.
all I'm
I'm
saying
real.
is all the hands are covered. I'm kidding. All right, and that let us know in the comments if you're in the house. If you're in the chat, let us know. Okay, so let's go one more. Let's decide. This is too much. Roast my idea. Your idea, brutally honest. Okay.
Hey, we've been needing this the whole stream. Where did this come from?
What's the idea, Manny? What are we gonna?
Let's see.
What's an idea that somebody gave us today or something?
What did people say? What was like the most novel thing that we saw?
No. All right, let's just try one of their examples. Let's just make it easy, Rose.
Yeah, thank you. Ooh, we're coming into the tail end here.
The VC, the customer, the competitor. I've seen a couple apps like this. I saw one the other day that was like your legal counsel, and it had like the defense, and then they had the prosecutor, and it had a judge, and they're kind of like different AI models going back and forth.
It's the whole team of agents concept, and we saw a couple of Buildathon, Agent for Buildathon submissions to this effect. Yes.
Yeah.
Again, this is becoming kind of a general, I guess, framework or like concept. So I would say niche it down to like one particular ICP. So like your team of agents for security, or your team of agents for like plumbing, or like something else.
Yeah, and here, let me pause because I forgot about the and get visually interesting, right? Like the text is do you just throw blobs of text at the screen? I'm like, but if you show me the AI is fighting, you give me something while it's happening, and I'm like visually sucked in, I'm in, right? So like, just again, think about how do you take that one step further and pull it in.
Different ways to differentiate there for sure.
All right, last one.
Last one.
Peer-to-peer digital goods powered by Bitcoin, Lightning, fast, trustless. Okay, 2 orders, bop, bitty, bop. Clicking on buttons. I have paid and claim offer. Okay, so I got to give it a wallet address or something. Sats market.
Put the company card on there, dude.
Yeah, just send it. Just gonna send it.
Francisco's like, Reimar, why do I have this transaction here?
What's this on this ramp card here?
This Bitcoin stuff.
Just buying Bitcoin on the ramp card.
It's an investment. It's gonna go up, dude.
All right. Wealth Bridge, a place where real wealth meets real need. We're just gonna speed run these for a second. Weld your team
ship together.
Start with GitHub.
Next.
Next. Ship cars and heavy equipment worldwide. Oh,
let's go.
I actually need to ship a car right now.
Let's go. Here we go.
Let's take a look. Okay. Learn more about us, how it works. Yes. How does it work? Inspection, vehicle sourcing, request a quote, fill out our quote, get a free quote.
Nice. So just like a nice, straightforward business website.
Yep.
All right. Get the job done.
Oh, and are you selling cars? Okay, so they're actually selling and moving vehicles. Okay, so
it's
not
marketplace?
Just move it around. It's like if you have a product, okay. All right, let's go drop a little bucks on this just because.
I like it. Yeah, like not everybody's simple, building an app for other folks. Some people just need like a personal portfolio or a website for their business. That works too.
Yep. Okay.
Next.
Oasis and extreme. Does your
I don't know what it doesn't know. Next. Right. You're making me think. You saw how you saw me squint my eyes and think there? Effort.
Okay, your career starts here. Find your next recruit.
You're cutting up your ICPs there, like right out of the gate. Pick one.
Yeah, I'm kind of okay with splitting it, the audience, but I'm not convinced. I don't know what's happening here. Learn more is kind of hidden. Yeah, next. Know exactly who you're trusting. What does that mean?
That's very philosophical. If your headline is philosophical or poetic, no good. Build your perfect journey. Right into okay.
All right. Set preferences. Relaxation, total budget. I hope it's gonna be hard to take it.
Crank it up, dude. We got a ramp card.
Party size too. Yeah, that's right. We got Replit's paying this one. Let's see.
Company expense. We actually had to really test out this one application to say we had to go to Paris for it.
We had to buy the ticket too. Like we had to go all the way through the flow. Okay. Yeah, it's not generating the circuit. Please select at least 2 compatible places. Oh.
Next.
Yeah, next.
Too much effort.
Cold email that actually lands, that actually converts. Okay. Again, clear. Use of black and yellow, but it's clear. Paste a profile URL or email. Let's see. Select your offer, receive 3 mails sequence. Okay. Pop, pop, bitty, pop. Launch prospector. What does that do? Oh, you had me. You had me. I was ready to click. Next.
Next. Next.
Prompt Cinematica. Translate varieties of production ready assets for AI image.
Next.
Yep. Got to think. Your lease in plain English. Okay. What is this?
Yes. Thank you. See, okay.
Read any lease in 15 seconds. Shows you the law behind every issue. Free for renters and landlords always. Okay.
Let's go.
See your result immediately.
I'm clicking.
Yep. Check the lease. Okay. Red flags. Heads up. Lease preview. Oh, nice. I can ask it questions maybe specifically. Here's what your lease actually says. Rent, security deposit. I like this. It breaks down like the key moments. Let's put some time here. Clauses that need your attention. This may be our final, this might be our final one here.
Nice UI. Landing
for renters,
page,
for landlords. There you go. So like splitting, like you were talking about, splitting the audience, right? And like you said, here's the, it's like the same. Check the lease. Nice call to action. Check the lease. Oh, that's the name.
It's catchy. Right to the point. Simple.
Let's go to the
site. In plain English.
Let's drop some bucks on them. And then, pop. Put that on the heart button there. Okay. All right. The problem, how it works. Oh, that's nice too. Look at this. Jump to the problem, how it works, who it's for.
Leads with the problem, the pain. Good.
Yep. For renters, there's for landlords. So again, splitting the audience, which we saw before, but this is a little cleaner. I might say for landlords, instead of read my lease, maybe like analyze my lease, because as a landlord, I have different thoughts than as a renter. So as a rent, go ahead.
Optimize my lease.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Something like that. Oh, this is great too. Oh, yeah. Yes.
You might need this, Rymar.
Bro,
people are just building apps for you, dude. They're working the ref.
First of all, just put this higher. This is cool. This is like a thing that's visual, fun, clicky immediately. Like, where's say, pick my state. Did I just see that somewhere? Give me this higher. Put this visually higher. Okay. I think we'll end it there just because we got dumped into a dashboard. Check the lease. Ishmael, nice work. Cool concept.
Check the stream for feedback.
Okay. There you go. 2.5 hours, folks. A half hour of retrospective and chatting with Tanner and kind of breaking down everything that happened over the last weekend with the Buildathon, and 2 hours of rapid fire site feedback. Sorry if we did not get to yours. Again, we tried to normalize and make this as fair as we could. Tomorrow we will have office hours in Discord. So we'll hang out and do some more of this. Let's see, nothing from the chat. We explained exactly how this was going to work from the beginning. So yeah.
I know people kept saying like, review this project. Like I told them multiple times, guys, we're doing this at like totally random, like picking your sites at random, but
yeah, we wish we could do that, but as soon as we answer one from the comments, then we got to answer the next one from the comments, or we got to like go, and then the only way we thought to do it was just how we did it. Totally random. There's an algorithm on the back that's literally pulling in from all the Buildathon qualified projects, and it shuffles them through, and that's how we did it. So everyone had the exact same opportunity to get spotlighted today. And yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles. So
some of the key takeaways from today, you can go and update your project and republish. Do that. You can still put out that video. Check out what how they're doing it. Keep it simple. push that out there, get recognition on your project. Tag me, tag Rymar, tag Francisco. We have office hours tomorrow, Wednesday, right in Discord. Quick question, Rymar: if someone wants to get in the Discord and they didn't get an opportunity to sign up for the Buildathon, can they still do that?
Correct. If you go to the Buildathon site right now, you can still quote unquote register for the Buildathon, even though it's over. You can like log into the site, and that will give you at least access to get into the Discord. And so then from there, you can go to the landing page on the website. Maybe let's screen share and show people this.
Mm-hmm. I was telling folks, like, dude, the value that I see in the Discord, it's crazy, man. Like the quality of people that are in there, you get access to us. It's it's insane. Like we should be charging for that, honestly.
So yeah. So first,
you better get in there now while it's free. I'm just saying.
So first thing, you'll just go log in with Replit to the Buildathon hub, which will be the main call to action. I'm already logged in here, but you'll see the login link right here or kind of all over. And then once you do that, scroll down to this Discord section at the bottom, Build with Friends, and just click Access Discord. The main channel to get into Discord is this community hub. So what this is going to do is it's going to, again, let you log in with Replit. It's going to confirm your plan. So right now, if you have a pro plan or if you're whitelisted as an ambassador, you will have access to Discord. But also, if you're a Buildathon participant, so if you have already logged into that Buildathon site, it tells the website that you're okay to like go get the Discord link. And so then you'll just finally connect to Discord. This will be, if you're authorized, this will be lit up and you will be able to click, connect to Discord. And if not, then you either haven't logged in for the Buildathon or you don't have the right plan. So, and then you can see that down here, what is available. So pro plans open now. These other plans are not yet. We are thinking about how do we open those up, but the fastest and best way right now is to get involved with one of the community projects or something that's happening, which is, again, like this Buildathon that's going on right now or that just finished. And then you can also come, like if you come to the community hub, right here, there's the Discord link and then join Discord, which will take you to that. So if you go to replit.com/community, you can always get to that link to go to Discord. And again, we do require you to connect your Replit account so that we know who's in Discord doing what. And there may or may not be some cool stuff on the back end. We're playing with all that. So we'll share more of that like we talked about as we go.
And please, please, please go on to the Buildathon site and review other people's projects. It's a great way for you to also develop your own skill. There's something about like reviewing somebody else's work that kind of, removes you from that and makes it a little bit easier to appreciate good things and bad things. Also helps us a ton. And then also, as Rymar mentioned, we're thinking about a way to reward people that are really good at spotting winners for us, because I think that's going to be so important for us.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no again, the crowd intelligence is what we're looking to tap into here, and you all are, you got more eyes than all of us, right? Like combined across the community team, we have a limited amount of eyeballs. And then if we open that up to the entire, let's say Replit team, there's another, like, let's say, limited set of eyeballs, but we exponentially multiply that if you all, become that filter partially for us. And so the thing we're having problems with right now is a lot of you all, try to like game the system and are a little, like a little suspect around how you try to do that. So some of you just have to learn a little bit of marketing, a little this, a little that. But that's our goal to teach you as well. And so we'll get better at that, and we'll find better ways to, again, tap into the audience and make sure that, that you all, again, get rewarded for helping us do the deed and do it live, right? We all do it live.
We do it live.
Okay. Yeah, this is a good note to end the day with. What a time to be alive. Yes.
Amazing. And all of you are so early. I can't express that enough. Consider yourself very fortunate. I know this is all hard. It's painful, but the next 10 years is going to be this, 10x. So keep at it. Keep working. If you don't get a winner right out of the gate, that's okay. Keep building, keep shipping, keep marketing. It's a game where you only have to win 1 out of 100 to get a massive payout. So you never know when that win is gonna hit, but you just got to keep at it.
Well, and almost none of the Buildathons we've done, the people who win are the most complicated apps, or they spent the most money, or they're the most technical. They're simple, easy to understand, visually interesting, and they solve a real world problem. Mm-hmm. Those are the metrics that you should be really aiming for. Yeah. Randomize the spotlight, he says, or they say. Nope. That's something you got to bid for. That's specifically a paid slot. So you get a half hour if you pay for that slot up there. So that's not just like a random thing that's happening up there. Okay, I think that's it. So true, Manny. 2 years, I reckon. Yeah, right. A couple years. I think it's going to take more than people think, Manny. You know, you said 10 years. That's probably on the long end of like, you know, like the implementation of it. The next 2 to 5, I think, are when people are going to make their names and like get set up. But yeah, the real winners are going to be 5, 6, 7, 8 years from now. You're going to see the new Microsofts of the world, the new whatever the new social network of the day looks and feels like is not going to feel anything like Facebook or X, or it's going to be these personalized sub networks that are like action networks, right? If you think about what the first phase of social media was, they were attention networks, right? And so we've gotten really good at building exploitable attention networks at scale because there's an arbitrage opportunity that happens and you can generate advertising revenue as you capture and harness that attention. The next phase of networks that is coming is an action network, right? It is an organized group of attention driving towards a specific goal. And this is why community is so important. This is why connections are so important. And this is why the networks that are being built right now are so powerful. You know, the idea of tapping into managing, owning, and controlling your own network rather than letting some tech company exploit and harness that for their advertising revenue is exactly the mission that we're trying to build here, which is like, we're going to build some cool tech, but you're going to build a business on the back of that. We're going to make money because we're going to build a really cool tool. As Replit, for sure, we're going to keep selling really powerful tools. But your success as a person using this tool is what's going to make this platform extra special. And our ability to activate that network and drive that attention towards specific like outcomes is the next phase of social media, marketing, media, advertising, all of it kind of gets encapsulated in that. And this is like, if you ever see me get passionate about community and technology, this is my wheelhouse. Like, I love this stuff. So anyway, another soapbox
Love it.
by Rymar, but yeah.
Action network. I really love that. That's spot on. And I would say as we're transitioning to those new action networks, leverage the attention networks that exist. And you know, you keep seeing this all the time. Somebody vibe codes something, puts together like a short, interesting video, and it goes viral, and then boom, you've got like your user base right out of the gate. So you know, got to get good at leveraging these attention networks that exist right now as you transition to those action networks. But I really like that term, the action network. That's great.
Yep. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Thanks, everybody. For anyone who's tuning in at this point, 2.5 hours in, we appreciate the heck out of you. There were almost 600 people at one point, even just 30, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, whatever I looked up. So yeah, the amount of people that are interested in this stuff, everybody watching the feedback, it's super cool to see this. Very excited to see where this all grows. You all are rock stars. Thanks so much for being at the front of the wave on this. And Manny, everybody wants the cap. I keep seeing comments about the cap.
This is vintage. Sorry, folks. You're not going to make these anymore. This is the old logo.
Old logo.
Fun, dude.
I know. I think I have mine on my shelf in the
I know, yeah. But we'll find a way to bring it back.
We'll auction them off for replica credits.
Right?
Yeah.
I know.